Hey Stanz, been loving the streams lately. They really help me get through the long school days. By the way, how are those Roottrees I was having you take care of while I'm on vacation?
Dr. Bung, thank you for the 100 bits and the start of this YouTube video. YouTube, welcome. You might have gleaned from that donation that we are playing The Roottrees Are Dead. It is an overwhelmingly positively rated mystery-solving game on Steam that I was recommended by my chat, and I've been doing a lot of puzzle mystery-solving content, so let's play it. The Roottrees Are Dead. I guess a real detective would probably read this article before we start, because that'll probably give me the information that I need. For example, it's Sunday, December 6th, 1998. December 6th, huh? That's a very interesting date in my mind. The Butler County Times. Butler? Just kidding. Trusted for 100 years. Butler, Pennsylvania. The Roottrees Are Dead. This kind of headline would be absolutely insane, I believe, to put in a newspaper, but whatever. The Roottrees are dead. What happened? The plane crashed last night near Pittsburgh. Oh, it was a plane crash. That was a murder. The only passengers were Carl Roottree, his wife Brenda, and their 3 daughters, known as the Roottree sisters. Carl Roottree was the president of the Roottree Candy Company, and it's not clear who will succeed. A Candyman died? So far, local police are not sure what caused the crash. They're calling it one of the most deadly plane crashes in Pennsylvania's history. All passengers and crew perished. Pittsburgh is generally known for pleasant flying conditions, and the weather was not atypical for this time of year. We do not know much at this time, but our sources tell us that local authorities do not suspect terrorism? In 1998? When did the Twin Towers get hit the first time? Not talking about 2001. The crash did not cause any local property damage, and fortunately, nobody outside the plane was hurt. Funeral plans have not been announced, but you can be sure that the Butler County Times will cover it to the best of our abilities. 93? Okay. Their teeth look too white for being a candy company. Sus. Yo! Actually, good thinking. What the heck? New game. The mystery begins here. Oh, I can't do Roottree Mania until I finish the Roottrees, but that's fine. Don't get high on your own supply. So true. I learned that with Zealand. December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation.
This is nifty.
Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines.
Oh, they're famous?
And modeling careers. There were no survivors.
Is this like the Olsen girls? Am I supposed to think of them as?
For those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Chicken jockey! It's like a Kardashian type situation. Well, don't spoil anything, sorry. A lot of these questions I'm asking, I'm just asking to talk.
In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottree Company's lawyers are scrambling.
It's narrated? I assumed I'd have to read.
Damn, it feels
Everything's
good.
about to change.
Chicken jockey.
Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer.
Oh, because they were so rich.
Accounted for. I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie.
Oh, +2, Queen.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Let me turn up her volume. Very quick test. Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. It's a genealogy game. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names, fill in the occupations. Slow down, man! Sleuth bomb. Wait, spouse, if this is the Roottrees sisters, weren't they children? What the heck? Okay, wait. I can zoom in, I can zoom out. There's evidence here. So this is the family tree. Evidence. Got Milk picture. Oh, they were a Got Milk campaign. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. Okay, so these are the three sisters. One's got a turtleneck. One looks like the girl from Clueless. She's got a watch. She's got earrings. Okay, that's one picture. And we also have a list of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Women. There's question mark Eloise. Oh, Eloise, no last name. Gwyneth Anderson, Deborah Bean, Laura Carlson, Stephanie Cattrall. Oh, who are all these people? These are all people in the family? Well, let's look for Roottrees. Oh, here we go. There's Candy. Don't name the girl Candy, bro. Candy, Carly, Gwendolyn, Gwyn. Okay, so maybe Gwyn is the mom, Gwendolyn is the daughter, but it's alphabetical. Oh, there's actually a fuck ton of Roottrees. Raina, November, Riley, Samantha, and Tessa. Okay, there's a shit ton of Roottrees. And on the men's side, there's a shit ton of Roottrees. There's so many Eliases. Elias Jr., Elias C, Elias M. Okay. Don't say this is gonna be a long game. I'm learning how to play the game. I can use the internet. Okay. So we know, because these are the daughters, that it's gotta be. We've already limited it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. The daughters have to be 3 of these 12. 25% of these names are the daughters. That's easy clap, man. Let's search the internet. Welcome.text. Welcome to the information superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer or burn a music CD to listen to later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Okay, I see. Happy surfing, and remember, Cashew PCs are delicious. Do not try to eat your computer. Okay. Let's just look around the room for a second. This is the computer. There's also a radio. It's 703. There's a Game Boy. The Roottrees are dead. Okay, password is... Shut off. Password is password. There's a pentagram. Was this devil work? Alphabet Davis, Secret Searcher, Family Doku, Reversus, A Young Alphabet Adventure. What the hell is that about? What's on the desk? Oh, that was the list of names. That's our evidence desk, I see. Uh-huh. Riot Girl. I like, there's a song called Riot Girl by a band called Destructo Disc that I fuck with heavy. I like it a lot. Oh, speaking of the notorious Montjoys, Eunice. Maybe this can tell us, like, they followed a similar naming convention or something. Maybe not. Bunions. No Way Destructo Disc mention. I like the band. You got a problem? Okay. And then what is... Oh. Mystery Comics, number 32, Tales of Suspense. Let's just hit the internet. Oh, that's so satisfying. You've got mail. Dude, a little AOL guy running across the screen. Okay, I'm on the internet now. I can spider search. You can create notes by quickly highlighting. Oh, the sound! It's a typewriter! Sorry. Nothing. Sorry, did I spell Roottrees wrong? Nothing. That's funny. Come on. Oh, I didn't. It's too easy. The first few pages are filled with news results about the plane crash. Besides that, there are countless advertisements and conversations about the various products. Most articles mention Carl Roottree, who was president of the Roottrees Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized, collectively referred to as the Roottrees sisters. They've been famous from a very... Okay. Copy. Paste. This is fun. It's like thematic. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Roottrees fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest. Right there. Hello? Raina is the oldest and got married. She's the oldest and got married to TMS? Wait, so they're older than I thought. TMS. But Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. Okay, so Raina. Highlight. Sick. Save note. Well, that's going to be helpful. You might think they're rich just because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda. Okay, Carl, their mom is Brenda. Dude, just save all this. I guess I should name it. Can I name it? No. Got it. This is helpful. I'm doing research. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps and try to dress in plaid. Wait. Plaid root clothes like Riley does. Riley wears plaid. Riley wears plaid and Rose has her ears pierced. Riley wears plaid. Go back. Riley wears plaid. This Riley Roottrees equals plaid. And one of them is married. I don't have any portraits. I need to click on evidence. Yeah, can I? Oh my. What the hell? Okay. The married one. Okay, Riley wears. The married one is who? Fuck, I'm already lost. Where's my notes? Raina is married, but she wouldn't be a Roottrees. Okay, Raina is married. Unknown name. Raina. I guess she might not have taken the name. Unless she married someone who's also a Roottrees. There's only one Raina, so let's do this. And she's the oldest, but she doesn't have her ears pierced. Shit. Riley's a smart one. Rose is middle like me. Wait, what? Did I not save the fashion note? Ah, shit. Their mom, Brenda. They do for... I didn't save the fucking note, bro. Here we go. Thank you. Okay. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. My favorites are maple crisp and try to dress in plaid root like Riley does. Okay, Rose is the middle. Riley is the smart one. Riley is smart and wears plaid. And she's the youngest because Rose is middle. So this one, Riley, Roottrees, wears plaid, no? And that means this one is Rose. What? Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS. Who the fuck is TMS? TMS? I gotta search TMS. Okay. Who the fuck is Rose, bro? TMS. Let's go back to my evidence. Men. T. Madsen something. No. Thomas something Sheridan. Thomas M. Sheridan. Thoughts? Thoughts? Unless she's a lesbian. There's a dash name. There's PTG. Or bisexual, of course. Interesting. Wait, this game rules. I'm gonna be so slow. Okay. Riley. The music is just a tiny bit too. I love the music, but just a tiny bit too loud. Okay. What is the rubber ducky? No hints, no hints. I just realized that would probably be a hint. Sorry, don't read it. Okay. Their dad's the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda's a fashion designer. They're modeling for I eat Roottrees candy all the time. I try and dress in plaid root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Some days I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. And Rose is middle. So Rose is middle with her ears pierced. This is Rose. But is Rose not her real name? What if I spell it right? Rose must be a nickname for something. It's alphabetical, so let's go to the Roottrees. Candy, Carl, Rose. Rose could be short for. Could be short for. There's Miracle Jr. and Miracle the Third. The fuck are these people? Samantha. Is Rose a nickname for Samantha? Rose. I guess I'll just search the internet. Rose. Okay. Dude, fuck you. Rose Roottrees is not as popular as her older sister Raina, but still very well known. Most of the time they're lumped together as the Roottrees sisters. Unfortunately, the results for Rose by herself don't lead to anything different. I want to know her name, dog. What the fuck? Rose Roottrees, real name. Of course, of course. Of course, man. Of course. I feel like I have all the information I need. Well, for one, we know the picture here because it's got to be the last sister. It's got to be her. I mean, occupation. They're models, no? What would you call? Aren't they all models? Okay. Oldest to youngest, yes. Rose. I see. I see. I understand. Let's go back to my notebook. Raina is famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS. But Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. You might think they're rich because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand, Root. I eat Roottree candy all the time. My favorite are Maple Crisps, and try to dress in plaid Root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. I'm fucking losing it. I saved all these notes already. Rose. This is TMS, but I don't know T. I guess I can just search T. Oh, it doesn't do starts with T? Unknown male. Perfect. I guess I don't actually know if it's unknown male. We'll just do unknown name. I'm for sure missing something so very fucking obvious. Rose. Raina. Riley. She's not married, so she would have the name Roottrees. So she's got to be a fucking Roottrees. There's just so many. There's just so many Roottrees. It could be Candy. It could be Carly. R.H. Rose. Gwendolyn. Gwen. Is there something? Rose. Why would Rose be a nickname? Is this thing supposed to help me? Valerie Montjoy. Pitt Montjoy. Royston. No Rose. No Rose. Let's look up Root. Root period. A clothing company that they make clothes for children from toddlers to teenagers. Their website is down. You find countless sites. One of them says this: you spied the Roottrees sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. Is there a Rose with no H? Am I fucking brain dead? She just added an H to her name like a fucking fool. No. There's no rows with no. Okay. You know what? That was worth a shot. Worth a shot. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since '84, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. There's only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item enough to mention. It seems that Brenda Roottrees, the Roottrees sisters and mother and Root head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in '85. The site says this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly fucking Roottree. Detective Stanz is on the case. Just had to look up the brand. There was only a couple things we could look up. Well done. We figured out the easiest part. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You've also locked the following optional entries. None. Booyah.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet.
Tutorial completed.
Some
Good.
folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired. The reward for untangling the family
I'm scared
tree
this is Brenda Roottrees or
substantial.
something. Oh, she's dead.
Life-changing, even. But here's the catch. The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing.
Okay.
But I'm sure you'll be fine.
She's got a big
the man
family
who
tree.
started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
Okay.
Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Copy.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees.
Okay.
Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Okay. Well, mom and dad should be easy. If that counts. Oh, I see it.
Sorry, one last thing.
I thought she's back
This
fast.
might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here.
What?
Thank you, and good luck.
That's weird. Okay, we've locked those 3, and they're easy to search. 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 Oh, and of course the founders. The founders are going to be easy. It was founded in 1908. Before the person who hired you returns, we have to get 9 people. Every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, name, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. Top secret? You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a big, juicy, fat fucking milker family tree. Holy, wait, are these people removed? Oh, split up, I see. Okay, well, let's get Brenda and Carl. Wait. Brenda is not required? I mean, that's fucked up. Brenda White? Oh, is it going to be her pre-name? Let's do Carl Roottree. Occupation? Candy. CEO. I actually don't know if that's true. I have to look him up. How do I find a picture of old Carl? I guess I'll look him up. Carl Roottree died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda Roottrie and their daughters, the Roottree sisters. He was president, sorry, before we fuck anything up. President. Oh, fuck me. He must have been the last president. Because if it was like his father before him, 5th, 4th, 3rd. Unless one of them was the 5th president. Let's read. Okay, sorry. He was the president as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There's a short press release from the Roottree Candy Company released today. It's with a heavy heart we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, the Roottree sisters, and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottree family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Who watches the Watchmen, motherfucker? Sorry. I hit Control-C, but I don't know if I need to do that. Copy. That's going to be important. Business Watch magazine is a magazine that focuses on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They've been around for 100 years in one form or another. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who's furthered the field. They call this Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchmen of the Year, Elias and Carl. So his great-great-grandfather was Carl. That's easy. Sorry, it was Elias. So that's his father, grandfather, great-grandfather. They already told me. Wait, why does this say Elias? They know it's Elias. Is this Elias Jr. then? No? Yeah. This would be Elias Jr. because his great-great-grandfather. Father, grandfather, great-grandfather. Which means the founder was Elias Jr.? Is founder an option? Interesting. I see. Okay. Let's think for a second. Business Watch does not host any online archives you may find individual articles. Okay. Let's look up Elias Roottrie. Elias Roottrie was the founder and first president of the Roottrie Candy. Elias Roottrie Jr., no? What? First president and founder of the Roottrie Candy Company. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrie Candy Company. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. That picture has been added to your evidence. Let's go! There's also a biography section that has some additional information. He's credited for inventing 5 Pieces, a popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. Oh, his wife was a syrup maven. Gwyneth the syrup maven. After 5 Pieces became wildly successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He's quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy." Damn, that sounds like some Nazi shit, no? The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrie Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they're biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there's a long list of accomplishments and awards. One stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Never mind, it was great-grandson. I'm stupid. This is just Elias. It was obvious. Wait, but which Elias? Whatever. Unknown name. So this is Elias Jr. then. Elias C or M? Did they say? Elias. A biography section. Elias. Oh, we also have a picture we can put. Wait 1 second. Evidence me? Is this evidence? Yeah. Oh. This is the famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottrie. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the candy company, but before it was a success. From what you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottries list in your evidence. They'll be marked in the chart with a star. Okay, easy. This is a Gwyneth, but there's just too many. She would be... Is she Madsen or Anderson? We don't know. And what do we call Elias again? Founder and first president. So I think we have to call him president. President first. This should lock in, no? Oh, we have to lock him. Wait, can we guess and check? That's kind of cheating. Or I guess he would be the original Elias. Once you verify this person, you'll be able to add more. Am I supposed to hit a button? Oh, you have to get all of them. I see. Cam is better on bottom left. Copy. I need 3 fully correct. Okay. Gwyneth, we don't really know much about her, but we can research her. Let's start from the top, dude. Gwyneth. I don't know how to spell Gwyneth. Ah, the first Anderson maple farm. Oh, well then she's going to be Gwyneth Anderson. Gwyneth Roottrie was Gwyneth Anderson. Well, that was easy. Gwyneth Anderson. Occupation? Wife. She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm so long as she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias's idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors that led to 5 pieces. Though the Roottrie Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstration and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. It was housewife. Whoops. Okay, locked, locked. That's 2. I need, 3 more. That means just 1 more. All we have to do is get their dad, and that should be fucking easy. Carl Roottrie, President 5th. Oh, I just need a picture of Carl Roottrie. Okay. Yes. Is there no picture here? Watchman of the Year. Should Watchman of the Year not have his picture? You find through a few searches that 2 Roottries have been featured. They do not host any online archives. Individual articles through your periodical search? Oh, what the fuck is periodical search? Shit. Shit. What's the magazine called? Business Watch Magazine. Oh, great. Keywords. Watch. Oh, let's just do Carl. Carl Roottrie. Carl Roottrie was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987 for his work with Root. The cover and summary of the article has been added to your evidence. Let's fucking go, dude. Wait, what? There he is! A handsome little fucker. And he's grabbing life by the roots. Okay, good. We did appear. Wait, what is 3? Intuition. You've been in this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, you've developed a 6th sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. As you progress, the number will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list, and old evidence will become less useful. Test your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelations come from retracting a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such a high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. Okie dokie. We got his picture. This is 87. This is the Waddy issue. In the background, this is his office. There's other pictures. Also, our ongoing coverage of who's in the corporate world. Oh, we have to read this fucking whole article. That's why. Carl Roottrie was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987, and a photo of him appears on the cover. According to the cover, Business Watch is the magazine for and about corporate leaders, and has ongoing coverage of who's in the corporate world. Carl was chosen not for his work at Roottrie Candy, but rather a clothing company, Root. There's a brief history. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Raina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Looking for creative outlet, she spent any free time she had at the sewing machine. Raina's new clothes were a hit, and other parents, including Carl's cousin Jim Roottrie, a notable singer. What the fuck? This is huge. Highlight me. His cousin Jim Roottrie, a notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. Word spread. By 1982, Brenda's patterns were being copied by other brands. Seeing the demand, Carl and his second cousin Ernie Jr., who was also the president, who had just become president of Roottrie at the time. I see. Okay, so that means the president before him was Ernie Jr. Spearheaded Root. He was also, Ernie Jr. is one of the co-founders of Root. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refused to fund anything other than candy, so Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company. As per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted the way they first did. Raina became their catalog's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well. Her younger sisters were then recruited to show off the baby clothes. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. Okay, we got a lot of info here. What is this? I'm sorry, what? The Roottrees sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, they gave you some resources, include notable figures. Sorry, what is this picture? Oh, it's the story so far. News alert, I see. And then we also have this, 5 pieces. This is the original candy. Roottree 5 pieces. So strawberry, cool chocolate, bad blue raspberry, power plum, and awesome apple. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Whoa! This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. Periodical search, by the way, Teen Blast. Write that down. Periodical search, by the way. It mentions that 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Right. He had 5 children, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might not be Elias Jr. then, because Elias Jr. could be somewhere else. What am I thinking for putting that there? Elias Jr. could be any of these. But one of them had to have a kid. Okay, there's definitely some information we can solve. Sorry, we had Brenda here, but we don't know. Oh, there's only one Brenda? Well, it's got to be Brenda White. 5th president. Put the picture in. Sheesh. Well done. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. We got Elias, Gwyneth, and Carl. Yes, sir. You've also locked the following optional entry, Brenda White. Yeah, that was easy. No picture of Brenda, which is very sad. All right, now I need 3 more pictures. Every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree, they'll be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. We almost have a path. We just need to know Carl Roottree father. We should look for... Dude, 11 clues. My intuition says that, like, these might be the names. Plum, apple, raspberry, chocolate, strawberry. What was the original flavor? So we can look up 5 pieces, and then we can try and find the kids' names, presumably. From marketing materials and various candy history sites, you learn that 5 pieces are the iconic candy sold by the Roottrees Candy Company. Although they're no longer the company's only popular product, they still sell well to this day. They're small, colorful, shell-coated maple candies that since the late 20s have been pressed into the shape of a maple leaf, although they usually have one flavor that looks more like a berry. As tastes have changed over the years, so have the 5 flavors, but the shape and combination with maple have remained consistent. There's also a history of print advertising website that claims to have a 5 pieces advertisement scanned from a book called The Sweet History of Candy Volume 2 by Charles Lee. It seems like all the images are... Okay, we gotta search for that. Can we search for this? Nothing? Okay, let's just search for the author then, Charles Lee. Oops. Nothing relevant? What if we go to periodicals? No. Public library, now we're talking. What was it, Charles Lee? And book title? Brother. This library website ass. Gonna have to check that book out, buddy. Gonna have to check it out. Stanz, just watched you in the new Magic the Noah video with you, Altrive, and Wubby. Wanted to say it made me laugh a lot. Great vid. Thank you. This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned. Oh, we have to get the first one. It includes some print advertisements. You found a newspaper ad for 5 pieces candy. Nice. Newspaper ad me. It's a miracle, a modern candy for a modern society. Roottrees 5 pieces contain 5 different maple-infused flavors they are, not favors. The Roottrees are a proud family business, and our flavors are inspired by our children. G is for grape, E is for elderberry, CE is for cinnamon extract, and M is for melon. And introducing M for Miracle Berry. Okay, Miracle Berry is a burst of beautiful blossoming blended berries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So their kids' names start with G, E, C, E, M, and M. And one of them is literally named fucking Miracle. No? Uh-huh. And the order is... Oh, the order should matter. Ah. Wait, is it left to right on this thing? Because that will make it fucking easy as hell. If this is left to right, then this would be their oldest child, G Roottrie. Wait. Oh fuck. It could be Gwendolyn or Gwyneth. Shit. Or sorry, Gwendolyn or Gwyn. Okay, so that's not the one. What's after G? Grape, elderberry, E Roottrie. Give me an E Roottrie. Well, that could be Elias. That could be a lot of. That could be, sorry, Elias Jr. Elias. Well, it couldn't be Elias C because you wouldn't have two. Wait, is there only one E? This has got to be Elias Jr. then. Fuck. Elderberry. Yeah, they only have one child with E, and if he's Elias, this has to be Elias Jr. Logicked. Beautiful. Okay, Elias Roottrie Jr. Amazing. That was only Roottrie, right? I'm not losing my fucking mind. Oh, there is an Edward, motherfucker. Why did it scroll down? Because I'm stupid. Okay, my bad. Unknown. Could be Edward. Let's go back to our clue. Cinnamon extract. Wait, grape, elderberry, cinnamon extract. CE? CE be crazy. Clancy Edward. Nice. We got his ass. Clancy Jr. Edward. CE. There's EC. Elias C. That would be EC. Clancy Edward. Thank God. Clancy Edward. Melon and then Miracleberry. MB should be easy. I mean, that kid's name is fucking Miracle, no? Roottrie. Margolite. Do you think they would name it Miracleberry? I think I'm not gonna fall for that trap. Cause maybe they named a kid Miracle further down the line. You know what I mean? But at least we know that this is Clancy Edward Roottrie. And so now we can look up Clancy Edward, which is Pog. The Clansed, pronounced Clansed, the Clansed Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottrie, who was Elias' son and the Roottrie Candy Company's head lawyer at the time. Lawyer. I need to find a picture of his ass. Did they give me a picture of him? Of course they didn't. Head lawyer at the time. Due to its unique nature, it's often brought up in online discussions about financial matters and inheritance as an oddity. Petery! Thank you for the raid. You think they named a child after their family candy and not vice versa? Yeah. We know that he made Miracleberry after an M. He might, but none of the other kids are literally, there's not a kid named fucking Grape. You know what I mean? So I think it's more likely that further down the line, they were pandering to grandpa by naming a child Miracle than by just having Miracle there. But we'll go back to it. Maybe the kid is named Miracle, but I'm thinking it's Margolite or whatever. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never been fully disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing success of the company, it's a significant amount of money. Okay. The Clanstead Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. Still, there have been a few situations in which family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. We need to search this kind of trust. The only information you discover is from a university law school, which apparently had a guest lecturer talk about the Roottries versus RR in 1994. RR. While looking into the Clanstead Trust, you often find mentions to the 5-piece guarantee, which went into... Okay, let's look at the 5-piece guarantee while we're here. In combination with the Clanstead Trust was Elias Roottrie's attempt to ensure that the Roottrie Candy Company would remain a family business for eternity. In isolation, it's somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of Roottrie's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. So the president is a broke bitch, but he has money in a trust he can access when he's 18. Combined with the Clanstead Trust, however, it makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president. Oh, that's actually fucking kind of clever. And he knew that because their passive income was tied to profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whoa, that's big brain. That's big brain as hell. Named Miracle because it's a miracle they could tolerate Grandpa talking about candy all day. Ayo! All right. Chilling. We can look up the Roottrees versus RR. This might have to be in periodical, but we'll just do this real quick. You find very few details about this incident with regards to the Clancy Trust. A student that attended the lecture about it wrote the following on a legal oddities website. From what you can tell, RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. So RR is R. Roottree. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock? Ooh, dirty dog. And second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Still, due to the Ironclad wording of the Clancy Trust, it was impossible to remove any direct descendants of Elias Roottrie without completely dissolving the trust. RR. I mean, there's lots of Roottries here that are RR. Riley, Raina, and Carly, who is now fucking Rose. RR. Interesting. Someone born out of wedlock. You think he cheated? Wait, why is this a question mark? You don't have any portraits to add to the family tree? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. That's quite interesting. Clancy Trust. Clancy Edward Roottree. I just need to find a picture of him. Or his spouse. Let's go back to Clancy Edward. It would only find the Clancy Trust. How come I can't just search for Clancy himself? Because the only thing about him is that it's a corporate arrangement. What if I just do Clancy Roottree? No. Okay, wait. Let's go back to the trust. Oh, I should just look up the other names of the Roottrees. Miracle Roottree. Miracle. This is what the first step would be. You find a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottree estate. It's quite bare bones, as the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottree. Miracle Roottree alive so late in his mother's life that his doctors... Miracle Roottree's a boy. That doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. Okay, he is a Miracle Roottree on the end. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. Let's just quickly put Miracle Roottree as the youngest. Okay, and if this is Miracle Roottree, this has to be Miracle Roottree Jr. One of these has to be Miracle Roottree Jr. You can't go down that line. But they had 2 boys, presumably. So, but we don't know which one. Okay, let's go back. Nice. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. He was blind? 23 years later, Miracle Roottree Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottree name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay, so he definitely had Miracle 23 years later. Might be his first son, but they're not talking about the second son? Yo, Miracle Roottree kind of hot. Wait, and Miracle the Third? Witnessed the power of the Lord in the summer 96. 3 generations of miracles tours. Featuring testimony from world-famous Miracle Jr. and a special appearance from Miracle Roottree in his 68th year on God's earth. Children now welcome. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle the Third. Okay, so we know there's a Miracle the Third, which means one of these 2 kids is Miracle the Third. Unfortunately, we cannot lock it yet. Shit. Yet. Celebrate with, oh yeah, take pictures. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third, and his wife, Nicole. Okay, Miracle the Third is married, which means this has to be Miracle the Third. Quite easily fucking done. And Miracle the Third is this kid. And his wife was what? Nicole. Nicole Smith or Nicole Madston? We don't know yet. Nicole. That means this one has to be Miracle the Second. Or sorry, Miracle Jr. And he's got to be this. An occupation is pastor or preacher. What do they call him? Preacher. I mean, all three were preachers, no? Preacher. Preacher. Okay. Is this not locked in? 1, 2. I messed up something. Let's look up Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. And learn about him. Spider search me. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name of promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. He's a televangelist who's part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the Northeast United States. According to the website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public. Maybe he was the one they're trying to get removed. Thoughts on the Klan said? And the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister. Edith. There's only one Edith, and it's Jacobson. Lock in, twin. Lock the fuck in. The author also mentions Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he's well known. He was not well known before scandal. He doesn't go by his full name or promotional materials. He says he goes by Miracle Jr. Okay. Great. Who's his brother or sister? Fuck. Miracle Roottrees. Oh, website for Miracle Network, of course. Do we know his wife's name? He triumphed over these complications of greatness. It doesn't even say anything about his wife? Interesting. Okay, the years, we can figure out everyone's age with some of this stuff. Is Miracle gay? Rainbow tie? Nothing wrong with it. Miracle Jr. is said to be famous. Miracle Jr. is on the notable Roottrees list. He'll be marked on the star. Miracle Roottrees with the flyer says will make a special appearance. Miracle the Third and his wife Nicole, who are said to be youth pastors, of course. He does kind of look like Jeremy Fragrance. All right, Miracle's wife Nicole. If I look up Nicole Roottrees, let's see what happens. Nothing relevant. If I just search Nicole, it's just too much of a name. Miracle Third. How does that work? Miracle Third is not on the internet? Whoa. Okay, let's look up the crime, the defrauding. Can you tell me a little bit about the defrauding? Oh, let's look up Clergy Watch. No, he can't get anywhere. News expose revealed it was his wife, Edith's sister in disguise. No. Conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979. What was this show called? Or I guess we could do Miracle Network. You find a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones. Oh yeah, this is just what we found about Miracle Senior, Miracle Normal. Okay. By the power, New England, Gospel across, power of the Lord coming to a town near you, blows the blurb by the flyer of the Torah, got to my evidence. Yeah. I want to do Miracle Roottrees real name, which I did earlier and was very funny. There's 3 clues here. I don't know if faces are clues. But we do know that, like, Miracle the Third's wife. We know Miracle Roottrees, his son is a pastor, his grandson is a pastor. Dude, we're so close. These are locked in. So all we need is a picture of Miracle Roottrees. How do we not get a picture of Miracle Roottrees? That's so frustrating. I must be missing something on this article. Miracle Network production company. Oh, Miracle Roottrees estate. Let's try this. Nope, just kidding. Witnessed testimonies to Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life. His mother and father, Elias Quinn, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems, but still with the power of God on his side, he's persevered. I see. And then his son arrived.
Damn it.
And on the flyer,
good.
we know nothing. Jay Schillen, thank you for the prime. There's no way I got the pictures backwards, right? Featuring testimony from world-famous Miracle Jr. 3 generations of miracles. I guess if he's 68, yeah, this can't be the older one. And his wife, Nicole. His wife, Nicole. Nicole Madsden or Nicole Smith? Let's look up Nicole Smith. Nothing. Okay. Let's look up Nicole Madsden. I'm spelling something wrong. Madsen. Sorry, Madsen. Madsen. Oh, what about just Madsen in general? Whoa! Okay, they're nobodies. Interesting. Let's go back to the candy, because now we've eliminated 2 of the 3 ones. Or we can go to Clancy Edward Roottrees. But everything about Clancy was just about this fucking 5-piece guarantee. And Clan said trust. Yes. Only Roottrees can be that. We also know of some cousins. Elias. Clancy. Dan Clancy. Edward. Was it Clancy Edward? It was not. What the fuck was his name? It was, oh, with no E. Clancy Edward Roottrees. Interesting. Blood relative, Elias and Gwyneth. Oh, the law school, that's what it was. Roottrees versus RR. The Roottrees versus RR. They've attempted to forcibly remove another member from the trust. I wonder if they tried to remove Miracle Jr. for fraud, but we don't know. The 5-piece guarantee. We need to figure out the Roottrees versus RR guest lecture law school thing. You find very few details about this particular incident with regards to the Clancy Trust. A student that attended the lecture about it wrote the following on Legal Oddities website. From what you can tell, RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock. That's huge. And second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. So you know what? It's actually not Miracle Jr. Still due to the ironclad wording. Okay, so RR. This is going to be good for later, I think. I think this is good for later. Okay. I wonder if we can get like a legal review or something. No. Clancy Trust, Elias Roottrees. We've got Miracle. We've got Edward. I got to go back to the candy. Let me go back to the candy for 1 second. We've got, sorry, the original candy. It's a miracle. We have Clancy Edward and we have Miracle Berry, which means there could be another M. The M between these two. What's the other M's? Oh, it's got to be Margolite. That's the only M remaining, right? Is that true? M is for melon, M is for Margolite. Margolite Roottrees. Fuck yeah. All right, Margolite my ass. Can I copy your name? Spider search me. Check for typos. I'm spelling Margolite wrong, almost assuredly. Margolite. No, that's her. What the hell? Okay. Married. Wait, someone's a notable Rootree? Did we say who was notable? We know there's some cousins here. Maybe notable because they were a president or something? Guardian, adoption, or otherwise? This is going to get wacky once we get out here, huh? All right, what are the other Roottrees' names? Maybe we know that's Margolite. That's fine. We don't know what Margolite did. We don't know anything about Margolite. But we do know that all we're left with is G and E Rootree. All we know is G and E. All we know is G and E. G and E. G and E. G and E. G and E Rootree. This is G Rootree. It can be Gwendolyn or Gwen. And what was the other one? E? Wait, do we not have an Elias Jr.? You fucking fool. This has got to be Elias Jr. then. It's the only... it's the only way to get a junior down. Duh. Elias? Elias Jr. Okay, great. Great, great, great. We got to Elias Jr. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's look up Elias Jr. What? How would Junior not be famous? Okay. No worries. If only we knew his daughter. What about an obituary? Dude, an obituary would fucking solve all of this. What is the name of the city? What I find in periodicals? Fuck. Okay. The name of the city is called Butler. Okay, let me take a second. Let me go to the bathroom. Running a quick ad. Subscribe if you don't want to see it. And then we continue on. It's funny how hard it is to think when you have to pee. I'm so back. You're just thinking like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay. All we need to know is the last daughter's name. Or sorry, it doesn't have to be a daughter. It could be a boy. G. Last of the daughters born. G. Roottrees, no? So it's either Gwendolyn or Gwen. Oh, it does have to be a daughter. Which means this is a man. Wait, is it? How do names work? Margolite Roottrees? Wait. Does this do maiden names? How did it work down here? Yeah, it does maiden names only. Thank God. Oh my God, that would be fucking miserable. Right? Yeah. Well, no, because like, what if this was... How would that fuck me? Because if she got married, yeah. It's always birth name. Great. Yeah, that explains everything. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I don't have to worry about this being like someone who's not a Roottrees. So I do know that it's either Gwen or Gwyneth. If I could find out one of them. So what I could do is search both those names and see if either pop up in the system. Gwendolyn or Gwyn. Search. Spider search. Gwyn. Roottrees. You find some information on a website about old films that are not available yet on VHS. We got a new bomb. Yes, sir. The site is not very well organized and the search engine is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Roottrees is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 50s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes. Dude, I read this ahead. I saw there's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind. And I thought what we needed to know was that Gwen was dragging a wagon. From behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know trivia? Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees and the founder of Roottrees Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare. Okay, so if Gwen is granddaughter, then this is Gwendolyn. We did it. Gwendolyn Roottrees. And then daughter is Gwen. One of these two is daughter Gwen. And this guy took the Roottrees name, which is psychopathic. All right, Gwendolyn. And we have a picture for Gwen. Holy shit, she's a fox. Nice. Oh, she was an actor. Does that not lock me? Is it going to be actress or something? No. Does that not? 1, 2, 3? Oh, fuck. Did I read it wrong? This is Gwen. Oh, I'm an idiot. I did read it wrong. Gwen is one of these two, but we don't know which one. Fuck, how are we gonna find a picture of Gwendolyn? She's not an actor. That's also not true. One of these two is an actor. We saw a divorce. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's... Fuck, that's so annoying. Okay, we just gotta find more about Gwendolyn. No worries. Her biggest role was Guys Like Us. Let's just look up Guys Like Us. No, this is Gwen. I need Gwendolyn. I need her mom. How do you spell Gwendolyn? Gwendoline. Gwendoline. Did I spell that wrong? 1 N? Shit. Okay, let's look up Guys Like Us. No, it's still the same. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The site is not very well organized. Search engine is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues, starring Gwen Roottrees, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. Did you know trivia? The title's a play on words. It's going to be read that the two women are men similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them, of course. All right. Maybe she married one of these people. Let's look up Leslie Florence and Harrison Lane. In fact, Wait, no, because that's going to be Harrison Lane. I bet she marries Harrison Lane. Watch this prediction. His largest role was as the villain in the first season of Western Frontiers. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, it brought him back to play the villain's twin brother. Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere. No! I got played! I got fucking played, bro! I really felt good about that. All right, give me Leslie Florence then. Leslie Florence was Gwen Roottree's co-star in Guys Like Us. Not much relevant information, and she does not have any additional credits. Damn. Okay, no worries. Let's look up Christmas Mission just to see what happens. It was a flop, though. It is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I released in '55 that received poor reviews and lost the studio money. Gwen Roottrie had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. Did you know the movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found? That's so funny. Okay. Tabloids. I wonder what tabloid. She got divorced, and her husband took her name. That's so funny. But we can't look up Gwen Roottrie husband. Oh! By searching for variations of Gwen Roottrie, you come across some mentions of a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. Bill Williams. Gwen. Oh, that's one of these two. Motherfucker, that's not him. That's a different guy. I keep mixing up Gwen with her mom. But honestly, if Gwen looks like her mom, I'll mix her up with her mom. Fuck. I keep looking up Gwen's husband. I need Gwen's mom. Gwen Roottrie, dad. No! That would have been so pog. Husband was Wild Bill. Wild Bill Williams. Oh, she had 2 children. That could solve it. They both had 2 children. Motherfucker. Damn, they're not making this easy. Gwen Roottrie, brother? Gwen Roottrie, sister. Come on, man! Oh, shit. That was huge. All right. Gwen Roottrie. I mean, fuck it. I'm just going to do them all. Son. Gwen Roottrie daughter. Gwen Roottrie son or Gwen Roottrie daughter? You know what I mean, chat? No. Okay, fair enough. Fucking fair enough. I mean, it let me do husband, buddy. All right, her mom is not famous. These are famous people. I know one of them is a cousin. He had a cousin who won the business award. So maybe that's this cousin. What's the cousin? Not Carl Jr. Carl's Jr. Who won? Carl's wife Brenda. What was this thing called again? Someone, Carl personally spent it. Didn't someone do it with him or no? Was it co-founder? Yeah. Including Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrie. Wild Jim? A notable singer who had a daughter around the same age as Raina. Wait, Raina wouldn't be the same age as Gwen. Who's Jim Roottrie? James Roottrie is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City. It's now in my evidence folder. Whoa! Diamond's hot too. Dude, why are all these Roottrie women hot? Or Roottrie adjacent? Rollin' On Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how a part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anywhere, even on stations that play oldies. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, "Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrie could make disco this sweet." It is credited to Peter Janowitz from MMM. This is huge. Music and lyrics by Jim Roottrees. Vocals by Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue. Jim is on the notable Roottrees list. He'll be marked on the chart with a star. Wait, what?
Damn, it feels good.
Just started the new FM VOD and was told to go prime, so here we are.
Let's go! It works! This is kind of like Football Manager if Football Manager was about putting together a family tree. Okay, if he's truly a cousin and a star, he has to be this man. What was his name? James Roottrees. Am I understanding that right? And his wife's got to be Diamond fucking LaRue. LaRue Diamond. And I have a picture of her. What is this? 2 pictures? No. And a picture of him. Singer. Sorry, musician. Bang! Bang! These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. James Roottrees, Miracle Jr. Roottrees, and Miracle the Third Roottrees. And I've also unlocked the following optional: his wife Diamond, Diamonde. Amazing. I've also unlocked Edith Jacobson. Who? Booyah? Oh, someone's back.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
Oh.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important-looking papers.
Yo, she gave me so much evidence.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have
A
more
Shiva
to
candle.
share
They're Jewish?
after you find 9 more.
9 more? Ah, oh, fuck. All right, let's go to our evidence. What did we get? Oh.
We're rolling on down to the sea.
Yo? Saturday night, and you're quiet aside.
Saturday night,
Never mind.
and you're quite aside. The world might be burning, but I'm feeling right. Making ends meet.
This is such a funny song about inflation.
So we skate in the streets. Guys all rush to say that I'm
Oh my god, it's gonna play the whole song. Love that. Love that. Vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council. Better for Butler County. Stephanie Jones? Pregnant. Can I click the baby? No. Stephanie Jones. Oh, this was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It has a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation. CM. CM? I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie. So was Stephanie adopted by CM or something? Is there an adoption line? Didn't we see an adoption line? Could make some sense. If this is Stephanie, I guess I'll just try and figure out things about Stephanie Jones. If that is Stephanie Jones, then we can know her mom. We know her mom is CM. Sorry, I get a stutter when I fucking start losing it. You learn from the election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie also has a very bare-bones website for her campaign. It's simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times. Ladies and gentlemen, lock and fucking load, buddy. What? I've been cringed. Butler County Times. Ah, new periodical ad. You had to add the periodical first. My bad. Is located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. While the Roottrees Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city, the company began on a small farm within the Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history. The Butler County Times is presumably a local paper there. There are likely articles from over the years involving the Roottrees family and those adjacent to them. It's been automatically added to your periodical search. As a side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was once set in Butler County, and it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County, or had any connection to Butler County. Okay, great. So now I can go to Butler County Times and search Stephanie. Or election. Or city council. Cootie, sorry. What was the website again? Sorry, 1 second back. Stephanie Jones. What was the article? Be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times. The mailer might have information. What was the article? Better for Butler County. Should I search that? This is insane. There's no way. What was her full name? Stephanie Jones? There we go. The most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results from last month's election. Stephanie apparently won. You also have the full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. That's fucking massive. Juicy. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female influence. Lesbian mom. Classic. We called it early, by the way. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female influence. Though she's a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother, Caroline M, CM, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees.
Juicy dram.
It's totally juicy drum. Aphora, thank you for the 7 months. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Fighter, interesting. Okay, so we know that CM married a woman and adopted Stephanie. They split up, though? Maybe not. Am I crazy? They had to adopt Stephanie. Unless they had, like, artificial insemination. That's the only... This has got to be what we're going for, right? Right. Stephanie Landon. Occupation... City council, politician, politics. What was her husband's name? It was the guy. Is this man? Well, we know her picture. Boink. And we know her spouse's picture. Well, it's got to be the if she was born, she was born Landon, but now it's the new name Jones. It's got to be Jones. A man named Jones, Brian Jones. Damn, I went fucking sicko mode on that one, by the way. Oh, she was married. And then she got divorced because she realized she was a lesbian. Dude, this actually, a whole story is being told with this genealogy shit. We don't even need to know anything, but we fucking know something. All right, so this is CM. Gwendolyn. One of these kids is Gwen. CM. We also know that this is unknown female. We know that this is also unknown female, which kind of helps. She's an artist as well. All we need to know is CM Roottrees. And we got all this from just looking at this shit. We haven't even dove in yet. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father with my mother. Yeah. Her mother, Caroline. Oh, it's Caroline. We did know. Caroline Morden. Does that mean this is daughter and Caroline Morden? Is that real? Let's Google Caroline Morden. Caroline is listed on a few art websites without much detail. She seems to be associated with a movement called PF Flag. PF Flag, more like PF Chang's. I'm hungry. An organization founded in the 70s. Dude, wait. Parents and friends of lesbians and gays? Oh, shit. I thought she was the lesbians and gays. organization founded in the 70s stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Maybe that's how she knew. Wait. I guess she could be running, she could be like volunteering. You need lesbians and gays in a company for lesbians and gays, or you know what I mean? If we were just parents of gay kids, it's like, who's gonna help us? We need the gays and the lesbians here. We need them. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think I understand it. Yeah, her girlfriend is gay. So true. Her girlfriend is gay. Okay. Perfect. This is for people who didn't put 2 and 2 together, I guess, because that was fucking obvious. Perfect. PF flag. Great. Okay, we got all that from this. There's still more, but let's go to here maybe. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys? Wait, Gwen the actress? Wait, Gwen and the boys? Film school? That's Gwendolyn. Gwen has 2 boys. That means this has to be Gwen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it! Yeah! Yeah! Unless they're cousins. Unless they're cousins, I hope they're not. Wait, do I have 2 pictures of Gwen? I'm actually not willing to commit to this. I feel stupid now. Why do I have 2 pictures of Gwen? Could that be the same picture, same woman? Wait, there's writing on the back. I didn't even see that. Written on the back, no, couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys. Gwen. Well, yeah, there's not 2 Gwens. There's just 2 foxy blonde women. That's all it is. Gwen Roottrees. And her son being a film guy, that's fine.
Damn it.
I am actually positive this is Gwen.
Gwen Roottrees, more like root me flirt.
Absolute give and chill. Okay, great. And the Wild Bill. Is there a Wild Bill? Is there a William here? Wait, is there a Bill? There's no Bill, there's no William? What the fuck? Bill, William, Will. What are the other nicknames? William could be Bill, could be Billy. They would come up with Bill, though. Could be Willie. What the fuck was his name? The Wild Man. She was an actress. That's fine. Actor. I want to double up. Cringe. Let me look up his name again. I already forgot. I forgot. Wild Bill. Shit. Gwen Roottrees husband is how I found it. Wild Bill Williams. Oh, last name. So his name is Will Williams? But they divorced before the second child. Williams. Wilkins, Wilson, Wilson. What? What? Are there any? There's no Bills. There's no Williams. I'm getting a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. Oh, here we go. You find some information. Wild Bill Williams, he was an actor, was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, love that, which is yet to be released for home audiences. You don't find any additional information. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party that she was already aware of his reputation. Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France, and he often returned there. That makes sense. All right, what's a French name for Bill or William? Jacques. Any fucking French boys here? I'm looking for a French boy. Guy Hudson. Williams. Ernest. Zachariah. Rafferty LaRue. Jacob Rafferty. No, because the daughters wouldn't make sense. She had 2 boys. LaRue is very French, though. French. I'm from the south of France. That's why I speak like this. If I was from the north of France, I would speak like this. That's all I know. That's all I know. Okay. We are there, I guess. Wild Bill. This is presumably Wild Bill. He's fluent. Let's not worry about that. But she does have two boys, which we can... Unknown male? Unknown male. And one of them is in film school, but let's not worry about it. And I know that she's married to Wild Bill because of the Paris connection. Wait, there's new info on this? Oh, this is just telling me. All right, this is the reunion where she couldn't make it. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 years or so, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. This Carl? Oh wait, so this has got to be Stephanie, no? Wait, was Stephanie black? No, she wasn't black. That guy was black. I already forgot. Then who the fuck's the black kid? Wait. Intel. We got intel. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. Yeah. On the back of the photo in childish print writing, it says November. There is a kid named November, right? You think that's November? There's also a large number of cursive signatures that include Bonnie, next president Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth, Gwyneth's in this one? You're talking Gwen's mom, Gwyneth, and she's pissed. That's Eli. That's Timothy Chalamet. You see what I'm seeing, right? Wait, French hat. French hat. That's Gwen. Right? Why would she have a French hat if not to fuck a Frenchman? Oh, shit, dude. I'm thinking, and this obviously is, wait, is this 70s? Is this Miracle? No, Miracle was born late. Did I finally get a picture of Miracle? This was in the 70s, and he looks 30, so he was born in 40. When was Miracle born? Way later than the other people. He would be 68. I can do the math if I just use this fucking shit. This was in 96. If this was him in 96, so 16 years earlier, it has to be Miracle. I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I got it. That's fucking Miracle right there. Looks just like his son and grandson. Lock in! I think. Is his wife in this picture? Nar. So he would be the same age-ish as Eli, which means Eli's got to be... Wait. Oh, but he's way younger, so Eli would be like one on this line. That's fine. Because remember, he was 14 years younger. Perfect. Childish print, it says November. Okay, so we know that this is November. November is the black kid. Great. Remember that. Oh, Miracle Jr.? That's Miracle Jr.? He wouldn't be the right age in 70. Oh, no. Well, Miracle's not in this photo. Bonnie, Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottrie, Clark, Carl, and Eli. All right, take this off. This is also Miracle Jr.? That's quite frustrating. It could be 79? Yeah, I guess. That's fucked. Okay. Okay, great. Stephanie Landon, Caroline Morden. Caroline Morden. I want to Google Caroline Morden lesbian wife, but that's not going to work. Okay, we'll go back to this. We got a lot of pictures, and we know who November... Wait. November's age should tell us something. If Carl was a teenager and she's younger... and she's not... Where's Carl? There's Carl. If he gets older and she's that age, so Melanie would be... She could be his cousin. Sorry, November. Could be his cousin. We'll figure that out later. Let's look up this one. The photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, to Carl and Brenda, which are the Roottrees' parents. Roottree girls' parents. I'm sorry you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Oh, okay, so someone married in, a Jewish person married in. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family and Ernie died, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. Okay, so Ernie might have been president number 4. As for myself, it's impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew that it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Whoa. So Debbie and Ernie had Nicole. Do we have a Nicole anywhere? Debbie, Ernie, Nicole? Was there a spouse? No, Edith. Debbie, Ernie, Nicole. And he would have been one of the... Ernie was one of the presidents or a member of Root, maybe. We got James there. We need the cousin. Don't forget, family trees use surname. Yeah. Always use the person's most recent occupation. Okay. What the fuck was I saying? Ernie, Debbie, and Nicole. Let me look at this picture. Ernie, Debbie. Wait, who are these people? Oh, I mean, this has got to be Debbie and Nicole. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Debbie's a fox too. the Roottrees love blonde women. Okay. Ernie and I had to stay strong. That's Nicole. So Nicole and November are both children. Yikes. Okay, I gotta get my brain moving again. Oh. Wait, Gwen Roottree. Didn't I already fucking knock her out? Who's Red Roottree? You find information on a website about strange historical facts. Aloysius Herring Roottrie, aka Red, was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. What a funny situation. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position in the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottree Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence and he was defeated in a landslide. What the fuck? A Roottree who's not related? I mean, he could have been someone who like took a last name, but what? Oh, bomb. Oh, Red Herring. Oh, Red Harrington. Literally go fuck yourself. That's so funny. Any entry in this family? Oh, there's Lauren as well. Wait, didn't we look up? I feel like we solved Gwen, no? Yeah, they're just mad. They're just mad. Who's Lauren Roottree? Shit, wrong button. Unhighlight that. I meant Spider Note. Author Lauren Roottree, a distant relative of the Roottree sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. Okay, we'll Google that. According to a website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty. Okay, Lauren Roottree's husband is Rafferty. To little fanfare. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, she insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottree, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars, another book, spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and socialites, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into the life of previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publishers re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottrees. This included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans referred to as the Court Jester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Okay, great. Because she's a Rafferty, bro. Lauren Rafferty, oh, it's still Lauren Roottrees. Shit. Okay, I thought I was really cooking there. Give me a life between wars. Ah, you do find that because the diary has been reprinted recently for schools, it is available in a lot of things. All right, they just want the diary. Wait. This is the diary entries. Oh, do I have to go to the library? That's why. Lauren Roottrees. A Life Between Wars. Yes. Printing diary? Oh my god, I'm printing everything. It seems you've hit the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. A summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particularly relevant event entries from the diary have been added to your evidence. Dude, we're printing so much shit. We actually have unlocked the whole world. Yo? The fuck, one eye? Oh, blind. This is him. Oh my god, I finally found him. This is, that's Miracle. Right? Okay. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Yeah, that is them. Wait, that means this is also a picture of, the 5 pieces. This picture was in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Lauren's dad. Okay, so Lauren is the daughter of... I mean, if that's Miracle. Ah, fuck. That's Pop on the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. So this is probably Eli Jr., which means this is the other one. Well, maybe not. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. So Angie and Lauren... Yeah. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. Mr. Morden with Aunt Gwendolyn. Wait, what? I had a Morden before. Oh, Caroline Morden. Do you think that's the son? Do you think that's Aunt Gwendolyn's son, Morden? Ah. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Why would they call him Mr. Morden, though? Unless he was actually an age up. Okay. One of these is Gwendolyn. And one of these is... Who's the other daughter? There's Gwendolyn. And there's Margolite. Gwendolyn, I mean, I know that genealogy doesn't necessarily work this day. Well, I mean, I think the blondie has to be on the left, no? So is this Margolite? Margolite has jewelry. Does that mean anything? Also, who the fuck is this? We can't trust the blonde hair. Let's just go back. Oh, the factory again. Nice. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. Nice. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me, he looked a lot like Pop did on the old one. Okay, so Eli and Lauren are brother and sister, and their father is Pop. Right? Eli is Lauren. Okay. But I was outvoted by my brothers. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so she's got multiple brothers. Wait, maybe not. Oh, fuck. I'm losing my mind. They insisted the four of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind in front of us. 4 siblings. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Grandma insisted we include Sam even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also don't think it fair Miracle made it in since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge. Wait! That's Miracle, so that's Miracle Jr. Wait, can we put more pictures? I want to swag out. So that's also Miracle Jr. right here. And this is a second, I have a second picture of Miracle that I can do. Okay, great. Okay, great. Go back to this. Wait, are there any 4 siblings? Boom, 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 boom. The 4 of us, but it also could just be like oldest of the 5 pieces. I see. I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together. Oh, so Eli is not on the left because that means this is the one who looks like Pop. Got it. The 4 of us stand together. Is there anyone who's got 4? No, there's 3 here. There's 3 here. Okay, no, that means it definitely is cousins. The 4 cousins, maybe. Gwen didn't make it. Oh, 4. Oh. There is a spot with 4. Great. Oh, and if one of them is a star, this has to be Lauren. Right? Because she's the only other star I have. Kind of cheating, but... That's Lauren. She is an author. Great. And we also know that these are her siblings. No. Filtered in the front. They wanted Eli to stand on the left since he looks like Pop, but he was outvoted by the brothers. These 2 brothers? Okay. Oh! A Light Between Wars. Excerpts from a Diaries of a Roottrie. Lauren Roottrie. There she is. And this is her husband, presumably. Complaints. Oh, I didn't even read it. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Rootree's diary. Aha. The book was published in 65 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 40 to 65. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son, Clark, alone. So Jacob and Clark. This is Jacob. Jacob, wait, Rafferty? No. Clark Rafferty. Wow, yeah. We have a picture of Jacob too. There. And we have a picture of Lauren. There. Bang! Bang! Is this reading comprehension the game? The only thing that this reminds me of, has anyone in here ever taken the LSAT, the law school admissions test? It is basically this. If you're good at Roottrees are dead, you can get into a good law school. Straight up. Every single question is just giving you a glut of information and then fucking boom, 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 boom. All right, these 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Lauren, Miracle, Stephanie. We've also locked him, and him, and him, Brian. Wait. Oh, no. Gwen, no. Gwen, my queen? The only one who didn't make it was Gwen. Gwen didn't make it in that photo. So that's not Gwen. Also, who the fuck is that? I mean, I'm sorry, if that's not Gwen, take her out. I thought Gwen was Gwendolyn's daughter. Gwen's mom was Gwendolyn. Is that not true? Shid. Okay, no worries. We gotta get to 18. Other pictures of her? Look at the way she parts her hair. Maybe we can do it. Who's on our star list now? Wait, does star list update? We missed 1 star. I don't understand the star list, to be perfectly honest. Gwen. Oh. Dude, that feels like cheating that I can just say that Gwen goes here. Really? Didn't I have a bunch of fucking information over there that I knew? Shit. Gwen Roottrie. Actor. Husband Wild Bill. Split up. Oh yeah, split up. We did know that. And then she has 2 sons. So unknown male, which means we need to change these. I was just cooking in the wrong area code. I thought Gwendolyn was Gwen's mom. Gwen's mom was Margolite? Well, that changes this whole fucking blonde angle, the blondes being on the left. Dude, blondes being on the right makes a lot of sense. And this was William or Will, but we can't get there. The Frenchman. Can I just type French? Jacques. I typed J-A? LaRue, Jane LaRue. No. Okay. Okay. Perfect. She has 2 sons that we saw in that photo. The photo of her in Gay Paris. One went to film school. Couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. And that's the reason why she wasn't the Free Spirits. Picture of the Free Spirits. Let's look up the Free Spirits. That means something. The Free Spirits Roottrees. Unless they're actually just calling them that. Maybe not. In quotations feels like it means something, but we'll have to figure it out. Oh, when I pulled the water damage picture of the Free Spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Oh, the water damage. This is the Free Spirits? Also, if this is so old, okay. This is the water damage photo, so this has got to be the Free Spirits. So we know that Gwen is not in this photo, and that her children are not in this photo. Miracle Jr. I'm going to say it. I think Miracle Jr. is too old for this photo. Something's fucking me up. Eli. Eli is in this photo. Who the fuck is Eli? He would be Gwen's age. Eli is one of her brothers. We know that. Wait, who is... Oh, we're getting into grandfather's territory here. Eli is one of these 3. And we know from the pictures... Whoops. Hold. Dude, literally stop. One of these 3 is Eli. Not this one, though. Because she wanted Eli to stand here. This guy is not Eli. So Eli looks like Pop. This has got to be Eli. And if he looks like Pop... That's Eli. Wait, no, that's Eli. Shit. Wrong picture. This is the wrong photo. It's this one. This is Pop. Did I pick who that was? No, we haven't determined between these 2 who they are. We know this is Miracle, looking like a little fucking Nazi. Insane that he's dressed like this with an eye patch. This is Pop. This is Eli's dad. Which means, if this is Eli, this is Clancy. Bang! It has to be. He's literally disabled and a minor? Tell me that doesn't look like a fucking little Nazi kid, bro. He got the Nazi suit, he got the Nazi hat, he got the Nazi hair. Okay, so that's Pop. Great, which means this one has to be Junior. Margolite, Gwen, Elias Jr. And do we know anything about Elias Jr.? He redid the factory or some shit? Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. It was taken to celebrate the new move. So we don't know which one's Gwen and which one's Margolite. We know that Gwen's... Dude, why... If your name is... Okay, hold on for a second. Let's say I am a girl and my name is Margolite. And I have a sister named Gwyneth. Why the fuck would I name my daughter Gwen? Unless there's some kind of, like, impropriety around. That's fucked up. If your daughter's name is Caitlin, you don't name your daughter Kate or Katie. Sorry, your sister's name is Caitlin, you don't name your daughter Katie. So what if it's a baby born out of wedlock that she raised and they named it Gwen as an homage? Aunt Gwendolyn was there with Mr. Morden. Which means, I don't know. Maybe you like your sister? That's freaky as fuck. Sorry, you guys are saying that as if it's realistic. Do any of you have a sibling that, sorry, do any of you have anyone in your family who has a sibling and child of the same name? You must have a brother or sister and a child. People literally do juniors. Yeah, that's normal. That keeps it in the same line. This is askew. My cousin has my dad's middle name. Hello? What is that stretch? Hello? No, you don't. No one does. No one's got one. I have 3 cousins and uncles with my name. My niece has my middle name. Yeah, middle names. Again, middle names. My dad and his male cousins all have the same first name. That's psychopathic. You know what? If that's true, that's crazy. Your dad and his male cousins all have the same first name? It's a good name? Fucking 4 Herberts? I would be fine with naming my kid my brother's name. I feel like we have a bunch of young people who are saying that, but I think when push comes to shove, you wouldn't do it. If your brother didn't die in like a fucking boating accident, you wouldn't do it. I have 4 aunts called Lou, nicknamed Lou, though. They're not all Luis, right? There's probably 4 different things. My dad's first... Mods, anyone who mentions middle name should be shot on sight. The thought that you're even saying middle name has anything to do with this is psychopathic. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, well, my middle name is similar to my great-grandpa's. No shit. No one cares about middle names. You never even say a middle name, man. It's crazy. Huh. I have a friend and him and his 3 brothers all have the same middle... Mods! And all their first names end with son. Oh, are they Scandinavian? All are Luis, but 2 married into the family, so only 2 named Lou in the family. Even 2 Luises in a family is crazy. Yeah, you guys all got into middle names because you realized. Wait, why is that gold? Oh, because I locked him. I see. Got it. Okay. Great. We know that that's Clancy Edward Roottrie. We know that this is Margolite, but we don't know what she did. But we do know she's Gwen's mom. We don't know Gwen's dad. We know this is Pop, and we know this is Elias Jr. We just need to know their careers. And we also know that these kids in this picture... There's just too many. I mean, maybe glasses means something. Also, why are you so bad? She filled in. The Next Generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left, since to me he looked like... This is Eli. Yeah, he looked like Pop. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us, which is crazy. In front. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. The Next Generation. Grandma insisted we include Sam even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. There's no way that's Grandma, right? She looks great. You think that's Grandma? Could this be Grandma? Interesting. Dude, 17 in this. Oh, I only read the first page of this book, huh? That actually explains everything. I didn't even read it. You know what? Let's fucking read it. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth. That's funny that we started this book and did not finish it and then thought we were stuck. Okay, she was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Great. Her mother's family was called the Cossels, but she hardly mentions them. Cossel. There we go, Sarah Cossel. We got her ass. I think we even have a picture of her, no? Maybe not. Oh no, Grandma. Grandma would be, that was just a second picture of Gwyneth then. But they won't let me, so maybe I'm wrong. Her mother's family is called the Cossels. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was head lawyer for the candy company and helped write a legal document called the Clancy Trust. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. 5 Pieces, the first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. The Next Generation, Lauren's generation. And then the Free Spirits, the generation after Lauren's, including her son. Her son is a free spirit. This is the free spirits. I see. Back to the book. Okay, page 2. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Roottree's Diary, written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwen, who is on the notable list. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwen, as an only child, that would have saved everything, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. So she's the oldest, 3 younger, yeah. During the summer, wait, do you think they made them stand oldest? Oldest, mediumist, youngest? I'm actually willing to rip this. Because I feel confident. No. They would definitely, this is the oldest boy, so they would make him sit here. But she thought the other one should stand there. I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna put him there because I feel very good about this. Complaints. It fell on deaf ears. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, I hoped she would be the sister I never had and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her ass. The 5 pieces have been fucking identified. Bang! Blonde alert. Okay, great. Back to the book. I tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess, but she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. Clark? Oh, the kid. Oh, that's fucked up. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlet and tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane. I told you she kissed Harrison Lane, by the way. I literally Googled Harrison Lane 2 hours ago and said, I bet she fucking kissed this man. I bet she kissed him. And Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottree woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? Well, that is also helpful. Housewife. Housewife. Sheesh! You said you bet your own life on them being husband and wife. Well, by husband and wife, I meant that they had performed coitus. You've also locked Sarah Cosell. Great.
You're listening to
WRTD? Tell me about
It's
it.
time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottree's belongings have apparently gone missing.
What?
Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from
The lady's stealing the
Carl
photos.
had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why.
What?
For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
We do have that photo. WRTD News. Let's do a quick search. WRTD News is your local investigative jazz radio station. During their news segments at 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. The most recent hour, they also talked about a picture taken from Carl's
Damn, it
office.
feels good.
Shuganara, they have the prime. They also talked about a photo taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it's revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key to the office, presumably a Roottree, took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to a recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternative agenda, specifically because nobody in the family had come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottree curse being real. True thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." This picture is evidence of Carl's murder? Do you think it's angry Timothy Chalamet? Interesting. Bonnie, Ernie Jr., Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. My brain. These wouldn't be M's. If it was M's, it would have to be from the girl's lineage. Gwendolyn Rootree. Like if he took the name. So Eli M could be down here. Yeah, I want to know if I can see that comment. Because we can probably just search for who left that comment, you know? We still have hella clues in this book, though. Sorry, we were reading Charlotte. She's the first Rootree woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwyn. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Rootree's diary, written in 58. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Rootree Candy Company and the meeting to determine his successor. Oh, I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. What? With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Architects, preachers, and lawyers? Well, easy clap then. Preacher, lawyer, architect. Fucking owned with facts and logic. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Rootree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Okay, Clancy would be the... Wait, what? This guy's name is Clancy. I think. Wait, Clancy Jr.? Oh yeah, Clancy Edward. This is Clancy Jr. Great. He was volunteered though. Let's go back into it. Book me. But he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Firstborn son of the... This is Zach. Zachariah... Wait, Morden? She was with a Mr. Morden. It probably is, but we'll have to figure that out. Remember from the other picture? And then Zach Wilson. Well, Zach with no H is probably Zachariah. Almost assuredly. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad always had a very particular pew on their bloodline.
It feels good.
Vedmart! Thank you for 21 months. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. Whoa! And I'm the next oldest of us all. So that means this is actually Angie. This is Zach. Angie. Yeah, Angelica Morden. And that means this is Zachariah Morden. Fuck yeah. Wait, and this guy's going to be president too. Or sorry, president second. Nice. And she's not actor. Sorry. Oh, housewife, because everyone was a housewife. Okay, the Morden family. Okay, yeah. But I'm the next oldest of all, but he just laughed. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma I wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Zach is fat. This is Zach? I take it back. That would make sense why he stands here. We gathered. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left since to me he looked a lot like Pop did, but I was outvoted by my brothers. He insisted the 4 of us stand together. Oh! That's the 4 of them! That's Zach! It actually makes so much sense now. Everything's coming together. Zachy baby! Zachariah Morden. And that's how we get to Caroline Morden, who is a friend of the gays and the lesbians. Grandma insisted we include Sam. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Sam maybe is a girl. Who the fuck is Sam? Shit. My inner child holds a grudge. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in. Yeah. We knew that. We knew Miracle. Okay. Great. Back to the book. This book's fucking crazy, bro. This book changed everything. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren Rootree's diary, written 1963. Speaking of Sam, from a previous entry, you learned that Elias Rootree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned, so maybe it's like a daughter, a kid out of wedlock. Wasn't there like some secret shit here? I mean, Sam could be in here, buddy. Sam. But the rest of us, including the Miracles boys, spent ages trying to... Wait, Angie summoned all the Next Gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracles boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Uncle Junior married Patsy. Uncle Junior would be this guy. He married Patsy. Oh, that could be a Patricia Jones or Patricia Christensen. Fuck. All right, fair enough. At Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Wait, last year? He got married late, no? Unless he got remarried. At the reception, when I asked Sam who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Miracle's youngest, not my brother. There's two Elis. Miracle's youngest and her brother Eli. Even chimed in. Miracle's youngest is named Eli. I mean, it's got to be one of the Eli Roottrees, but is it Elias M or Elias C? I guess we won't know until we figure out more later. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider is cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception? So someone fucked outside the family. And now now Sam. Who do we think Sam is? This guy? I have to go to the bathroom again. BRB. I drank too much water. BRB. All right, lock the hell in. Oh, okay. I mean, hopefully they fucked outside the family. Me when I'm not a Habsburgian prince. Which one of these little fuckers is Sam? Alright, next time. We have to include Sam. I see. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. We don't know. Was there another page to the book? On the final entries, titled Clark. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sake. And Danielle, by the way, isn't much older. This is Clark, and this is Danielle. Danielle Franks. Pog you. We got there. And Daniel, but openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Clancy's son is Carl. Carl. That means, yeah, Clancy's son is Carl. Wait, I knew that? Dude, they stole my whole fucking vibe. God damn it. I thought I was gonna add. All right, no worries. Yeah, he went to the military. He sent him to the academy. Maybe I'm getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seem to pursue passive knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who'd be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Okay. Written at this time? So one of them married a black woman. Pop, which explains November. Yes. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department. Okay, Edward has a black wife. Is that what I'm meant to? If this is Clancy Jr., one of these fuckers is Edward. So is this Edward and is this November? Eduardo. November. I think. Unknown occupation? Child. Child man. Okay, so that's Edward. They all had good occupations. We'll figure that out. And Pop seems to have gotten over because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. So Edward is also a lawyer. Quite easily done, by the way. Bang! He probably is the glasses guy. Lawyers are fucking nerds. And as for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. Wait, is Jacob her husband? I can't remember. Yeah, Jacob and I got married. After school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Swashbuckle My Heart. It's based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods. Wait, his name? Swashbuckle My Heart. Do we know his name? Jacob Rafferty. Yeah, Rafferty. Hold. Go back to the book. Sorry. I'm going too ahead of myself. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. Okay, Zach's not a bad president. His sister is doing a good job raising twins. So we do know that Angelica has twins. That means nothing to me. But the free spirits, in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets. Even Clark. Is Clark the dad again? Even Clark the military man? No, Clark. Even Clark? Oh, Clark Rafferty, her son. Oh, interesting. There was something on here? Not long before they started to return, the photo you were given was stolen from the office. The newspaper mentioned you could search for WRTD online. I did that. Yeah. Okay, wait. All right, my intuition is done. Now it's time to get down to brass fucking tacks. I know that of these two pictures... Oh, 3 brothers. That means none of these are Sam. Is Sam a girl? Is Sam a girl who works on a farm? Is Sam a girl who works on a farm and knows how to use tools? Because if this is Miracle, this is Miracle Jr. This is, oh, no. Yeah, 3 brothers. This is her and her 3 brothers. This is Zach. This is Big Zach. She's got only brothers, and she had the 4 of them are standing there. Bro, Stan's finding out women can do things. Not in 1950, by the way. You think women were allowed to work on farms? Damn. Sam has to be included. Are we meant to think that Grandpa... This is Sam. This is her. This is... I figured it out. It's actually so obvious because their faces are the same. Sam is this fucking green-eyed beauty. That's Sam. Wow. And this has got to be their mom or something. I don't fucking know. Sam. Sam is their age. Is there like a diverted branch? Like, is this Sam? How do we, or Sam's got to be in here. I see. Okay, great. Damn, I didn't know that was Sam. Okay, so that means these are her 3 brothers. And this one's the youngest. I mean, that's fucking easy to tell. Which means that's Edward Rootree. Bang! I'm only 19 down? 18 down? Okay, great. Oh my goodness. Yes! Booyah! Booyah me, please. Oh?
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing.
Yeah, I've
That
heard.
includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it,
No, because she's one of the sisters.
but I did borrow
Or
it.
one of the girls.
I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime.
My family?
Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed. I'm a Roottrees. I
We
assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something.
She wants to end the
no one
clan said
doesn't
dynasty
approve
and stuff. I can feel it.
If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll
Syrup
tell
is
you
thicker
more
than blood.
in person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
15? 15? Okay. These 2 are twins. Do we know if there's any twins in the family? Wait, I have news? Oh, it's going to be the napkin or whatever. Yeah, the phone. Okay. Great. They claim they're a Rootree and they'd give me an explanation anytime I returned. Okay. Stephanie Jones. I mean, are there any pictures of black women? Well, no, there's no pictures. Her name is November Rootree. November. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Let's just start Googling some people. It's been a minute. November Rootree. No. Okay. Is there anyone else? Rootree twins. Damn, I thought that was good. Didn't we... Wait, let me go back to this. History. Life Between Wars. Didn't we get a bunch of shit? There's a bunch of books in her book that she wrote. WRTD News. Psychologist. No. Why would a little girl be Googleable? Dog, that's how old she was then. She's like, oh, she's an old woman now. Not an old woman. She's a regular age woman. What was I working on? Who the hell was Caroline? Oh yeah, she was the lesbian. Yeah. Like, look, if this guy's doing disco, do you think he's still this age? No. This is also crazy. Split up. But these are her 2 sons. I mean, do we know? We know they're in the Paris picture. This one looks older. We're just going to cringe on who's older. Gwen's sons. One of them got married. Gwen Rootree. And when we Google Gwen Rootree, it doesn't have anything about her sons. One of them wants to get into the film business. She was a well-known actress, highly publicized divorce. It's crazy that it won't tell me who she divorced. Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Rootree, the founder of Rootree Foundry. She shouldn't have been named Rootree, but her father took her mother's famous name. This guy also is a Rootree. Do we have any Rootrees left? Male Rootrees. It could be an Elias, Jack Rootree, Robert, Ronald. Nah, there's a fuck ton of them. Margolite. How can we learn more about Margolite? Should we just Google her? I think we did that earlier. It didn't happen. All right. Fair enough. Think. Obviously, we have the sisters. Oops. I have not done anything with the free spirits. I really got to figure out the fucking free spirits, bro. This is Eli. If he's young there, and what is the... Isn't there another Eli in the picture? God, he looks so young. Because in this picture... Sorry. Oh my God, sorry. Eli looks like Pop. This is Eli. 1,000,000,000%. But the other brothers voted. This guy's got a tie and this guy's got glasses. How does that help me? Glasses, tie, pocket square. Pocket square. And this one was the lawyer. I have to figure out this side of the family. Because we know that this is Clancy Jr. We know that's Edward. So basically, between these two, one is Clancy Jr. and one is Eli. Oh. You fool. It's got to be this and this because Eli looks like Pop. That's the whole point. That's the whole fucking point of the photo. Roottries Clancy Jr. Okay. Okay, now we know what they look like. That's great. We don't necessarily know their occupation. 4 of us stand together. Bang. That's Sam. I wanted Eli... Okay, they insisted the 4 of us stand together so we clump in the middle. Everyone filter in behind and in front of us. So if this is all the next generation, and this is Sam, there should only be one person who's missing and it should be her. She's got to be the one with twins. Oh, Stanzy, you fucking fool. It was so obvious this whole time. That's got to be Angelica, right? If that's the next generation, because we have those two, boom, 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 boom. Gwen couldn't make it. Junior was... Oh, they put Big Junior in because this Junior wasn't born. Oh, this Junior's in the picture, but his dad sat with him. His brother should theoretically be in it, but he wasn't born yet. Which means... Like, this is Sam or Sam's in the envelope. She's got to be... You know what I mean? I think Sam is in the envelope, bro. But then who's the last? That's all of them, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, this one was missing. That's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Siblings. Him. Sam. So we're missing, we're only missing Gwen and whoever is the child of... Who's Elias Jr., the architect? Can I look in Architecture Digest? That's what I need. Hello? How's your genealogy? Yeah. Because the Roottrees are dead. I have to let you know the Roottrees are dead. It's not good. Why would you want anyone to die? Oh, okay. I'm confident that's November. Wait, did November not get locked in the last one? Oh, because we didn't have her occupation. They're all artists and dancers. I honestly... Imagine, dancer. These guys... Oh, filmmaker. Filmmaker? Filmmaker. Media mogul. Oh, student. Travel agent. Oh, screenwriter. What was his picture again? Paris? Gay Paris? Film school. He went to film school. Are we willing to grip and rip? No. Okay. 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 What am I missing? Clark Rafferty. Did we ever Google Clark Rafferty? Was he? No, he wasn't the musician. Was he? A few fan sites for the band Jim and Diamond seem to mention that he used to make music with Clark Rafferty. They mentioned an album called These Times. Wait. Whoa. These Times, huh? A band called C&J and J&D. Oh my fucking God. C&J and J&D. What was it? Clark Rafferty. No. What? Jim and Diamond, J and D. Jim and Diamond, C and J. So Clark and J. Clark and J. Someone with the username Diehard Dazzler XXX scanned the cover and noted that it cost him over $200 at auction. Apparently, this was Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue's first song together. He also mentioned that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister, and that it was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. Wait, what? Diamond's sister? What was Diamond's name? Diamond LaRue? Wait, Danielle Franks. We already had her. Wait, what? Did I get the album cover art? Did he just give me that? Thank God. These times. Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, they're young.
Good.
Turf FC, thank you for the prime. These times is an old single from folk group C and J and D. Insane name. You have a scan of the album as well as a recording of the title track. Play it! And the title track, thanks to a collector of Jim and Roottrees memorabilia.
Damn it feels good.
Papa Disa, thank you for the prime. The website also listed the song's credits as music and lyrics by Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottrees. Backup vocals by the LaRues.
Someday will come, though, that this tree will be the last of what was we.
I need to find MMA Magazine.
Years, all paths diverge, rivers rambling on.
Bang! Modern Music Monthly.
One source behind old memories would find their ways to different seas. Someday these times
Advertisements.
will be over.
No Rafferty? Shit.
So take my hand beneath the tree.
There we go. Whew. A section of the magazine called Skip It or Flip It has short, pithy blurbs about new records. An album called These Times is listed under the Skip It column with the following. These Times, a new single album from C and D, Clark Rafferty, Jim Roottrees, and two of the LaRue sisters. Amateurish folk-style songwriting is catchy at times, but ultimately doesn't do anything. Two LaRue sisters? He married Diamond LaRue. Oh, spouse. Oh, this one's locked, so this one's... That means this one's LaRue. Oh, third spouse? There's... Wait, there's 100 LaRues. Oh, Rafferty LaRue. Oh, motherfucker, what? Wait, there's 4 LaRues. Didn't we use one? LaRue... Rafferty LaRue would be like the children. So it's Jane and Kim. What was this one called? Diamond. Oh, if these were famous artists, these would be the Lafferty LaRues. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's great. Which means we only have to worry about Jane, or Kim. And what was the band called? Jane or Kim. J and D, Diamond. C and J, Jane LaRue. But how do we know if they weren't married? Jane LaRue. And she's from the album. How the fuck do I know which one's which? Oh, this is J and D. So this is Jane. Jane is upside down. And that means this is Diamonde. And that means that there's also a separate picture. James. James? No, he's not D. Wait, what? He's C. Fuck. He's C. Oh, he is James. James and Diamond. James. And he's J. Dude, lots of good pictures. The only problem is, could they have been married? This one's locked, so I feel like this one's fine here. But they did have a child? They split up. I mean, the band didn't do well, so maybe they did split up. These Times, a new single from C and D, Jim Doherty, two LaRue sisters, amateurs folk style songwriting. Skip it or flip it. Okay. Great. I think if these two are artists, these are the two LaRues, but I don't know which one's older. The Rafferty LaRues. They would have been the same age as the Roottrees. Can I just search for Rafferty LaRue? A website about Raffertoons, Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. On it, there's an about page, and you find a picture labeled the inspiration for the famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina. Clark was in a department store. His wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina. Clark Rafferty. His wife was trying to get their youngest, Katrina. Oh, these are the Rafferty LaRues. Okay, I was wrong. You know what? I was wrong, but I can accept that. Great. And when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture, he had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. A family portrait. Roottrees Super Bowl ad. The photo is now in my evidence. Oh, and I got a photo of her. Whoa. The youngest? Which one do you think is younger? Oh, trying to get her to smile. So it's her? Where'd the other ones go? What the heck? I'm losing it. Oh, her. Wife. Unknown name. Boom. And then we give him... I can't get the second picture until I verify him. Okay, great. LaRue. Katrina and her sister. It's got to be the other LaRue. Jessica. Katrina and Jessica. And then what did he say? With his wife and children. His wife was trying to get... Found this on the Raffertoons website. It was labeled the inspiration for the famous ad campaign. Famous ad campaign. Katrina, his youngest, to calm down. He had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. That's just what we read. I want to like look up famous Super Bowl ads. Roottrees. What if I just do Roottrees Super Bowl ad? That'll probably get me there, actually. The Roottrees Maple Super Bowl commercial from 1994 has a family bickering in a department store, and the father bites into a Roottrees Maple Crisp. Time stops and a jingle plays while he dances down the aisle. Oh, he's probably a marketing executive. As he does, different things in the department store become Roottrees candy. For example, a bed that the father collapses onto becomes a giant chocolate bar. The jingle "Need the Rest" went on to be featured in other commercials. Okay, let's assume that he's a marketing executive. A famous jingle for the Roottrees Maples originating in the Super Bowl commercial. The jingle goes, "When you're surrounded by madness and mayhem, reach for the best. There's enough there to share, but let's face it, you need the rest." I think he's a marketer, bro. It's funny to have this picture of him. Or advertising. Is there, yeah, advertising. Bang! Give me that one. Danielle Franks. Jane LaRue. Wait. This actually can't be Jane LaRue. He married Jane LaRue. That actually explains everything. Why the kids would be named LaRue. It would be insane to have your children have the name of an ex-lover. All right. We got there. He has another child. So this would be a Rafferty non-LaRue. It's got to be Chris. All right. Bang, bro. Who did he have Chris with? Chris Rafferty. Google me. Nothing relevant? Am I spelling Rafferty right? Yeah, Rafferty Chris. All right, fair enough. Clark Rafferty, unknown. These are the kids. Dude, the unknown occupation. They're children. Student, K-12. Got him. I got Clark. I got Katrina. I got Angelica. I've also got some of these people. All right, wait. Let's see if there's any that are full that are not done. Let me know. When I put student in here, this will be correct. It sucks that one didn't update, but actually that counts towards my next one, so that's great. Wait, Jane? The photo was right, but the name wasn't? He had the kids with her, and he had to have the kids with a LaRue. It's got to be Kim. That's crazy. That's crazy. He fucked the sister. Do you think he married the other sister? That's Kim. I mean, it could also be no, because there could be kids over there. I don't even know if that's a LaRue. Well, these would be Roottrees. Yeah, if that's Kim, this has got to be Jane. That's the only one left. Dude, based. Jane LaRue is the one from the Clark and Jane. Damn, that's crazy. He met one sister singing, and then he married the other one. Paul Gazelle. Chris Rafferty, we don't know. Okay. One of the Roottrees with TMS. Remember TMS? That was like the first thing we ever heard. What was TMS? She married TMS. We should be running out of names. Let's look for a Thomas. Thomas M. Sheridan. Is he the only T first name? Well, that's... If it ends with S, the only S's are Sheridan and Smith. TMS. Let's make sure it was TMS. Wait. It was in like our oldest history. She got married to TMS. Did I ever Google TMS? Is he famous? Thomas is yeah. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Wow, it was that. Damn, we could have known this forever. Thomas Mark Sheridan. Easy clap. He's on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed to popularity after a starring role in the hitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he's often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use and more recently his relationship with Raina Roottrie. After a short engagement, they married in 97 when she was 19 and he was 23. Yikes. Sick. Okay. A second picture of Raina. Interesting. Do we have her as like a baby somewhere? Oh, we never figured out the Jewish woman. Wait, let's go back to Ernie. Wait, we actually forgot all about the Jewish woman. To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie knew how busy your job could be. Ernie. Is there an Ernie brother? No, that's... Wait, don't we know this is Eli? You fucking fool. Remember she wanted Eli to do it. Oh, there's two Elis, that's why. Fuck. Do we know an Ernie? It's gotta be over here then. How would he have died? This is one of the Eliases. But I don't know which one. Interesting. And we don't know Clancy Jr.'s spouse's name. I'm unable. Okay, so this is Ernie's wife and daughter, which was Charlotte or something? No, oh, sorry, this is Debbie and Nicole. Do we see a Nicole? Debbie, Nicole, Gwen, Debbie or Nicole? Did I get a Nicole in there? No Nicoles. Stephanie Landon. Ay, ay, ay. I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot, bro. And if she was writing to Carl as a peer, she'd be on this line. So Debbie and Ernie could be one of the twins. And this could be Nicole. It has to be on this line with a child, and it's not there. So it's either got to be here, here, here. Can't be here, here, or here. But for Nicole, single child, my guess is one of these two. So if these are Debbie and Ernie, I mean, I'm not positive about that, but I feel a certain kind of way. Shiva candle, bro. Let's just stare at Gwen for a minute. How do I find out the guy who went to film school? I looked up Roottrees twins, right? I did. We know who these are.
Damn,
Wait,
it
wait,
feels
what?
Good.
We know her. Oh, housewife, you fool. Walk in. And I think this is Morden. James Morden. Because then it would have Angelica. And that means a Gwendolyn. If this is Caroline, then this has got to be Gwendolyn Morden. Oh. Genealogy is actually easy. Genealogy is actually easy. And if these are free spirits, give me the free spirits picture. Dude, the free spirits picture is actually the answer to all of this, but it's so confusing. Oh, is this red hair? Glasses. Do you think glasses run in the fucking family? We have 2 free spirits with glasses. Wait, his dad was this? Oh, no. I also need Miracle Jr.'s brother. Miracle's... Wait, we don't even know Miracle's wife? What? Genealogist in chat fuming. I do think I locked this one. Morden. Gwendolyn Morden. We can just Google some of these names. Gwendolyn Morden. Did I spell that right? Gwendoline. No, I did not. Did I spell it right? Why? I've spelled that wrong 17 times. Okay. Yep, that was not right. And her brother was... No, her father was Zach. Caroline and Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Morden got married and had 3 kids. What if I look up in periodicals, Business Watch Morden? This could be something. In 1959, there's a small blurb about Zach Morden, son of James and Gwendolyn Morden. James and Gwendolyn Morden. Okay, I was right. That's great. He's quoted as saying, Elias entrusted me with carrying on his legacy, and that's what I plan to do. Along with 5 pieces, our chocolate maple products are selling incredibly well. We will not be making any changes. Shit. I really thought I cooked there. Elias. Printing. Oh. Hey, I got a second picture for Peepaw. What the fuck? Oh, I have to take a picture of the second picture. He looks like a scammer, no? Okay. It definitely... I have Business Watch. I have Modern Music Monthly. Let's check out Modern Music Monthly for Jane LaRue. What? What about Kim? No, what about Diamond? What? Oh, I'm spelling LaRue wrong. L-A. Got it. Sorry, Jane was the one I wanted. Well, let's see Diamond first. Ah! In an article from 1968, you find a small section focusing on young, upcoming talent that Modern Music Monthly predicts will make it big. It has this to say about the LaRues. The LaRue sisters got their start doing session work for their great uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from the 1960 through 65 that feature the voice of kids, they were probably involved. Back then, they were credited as the Lucky LaRues. Now that he's passed, they've moved on to bigger and better ventures and are going by their full names. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? And are looking to release an album sometime over the next year. The youngest, Kim, is about to step into a prominent role on Broadway, taking over for one of the children in Oliver. Whoa. Okay. That didn't help me because we already knew all the shit about them. Oh, they're children. We need Diamond LaRue's children would be the thing. The Lucky LaRue's indeed. Did we do Jane? Oh, that's the same article. Okay. Butler County Times. What about November Roottrees? Nothing. What about Zach Morden? Okay, think for a second. Search Lucky LaRue. Why would I do that? I know about I don't want to learn more about the LaRues. Thank God that didn't work. I was gonna have to ban some people. Straight up. Unless I spelled that wrong. Thank God. Okay, we're good. Spider search. What am I missing here? Lock him in. Chris Rafferty. We have the Free Spirits. Who's below the Free Spirits? Is there no picture below the Free Spirits? We have the 5, the next up, and then the Free Spirits. So the youngest here was November. The oldest is Miracle Jr. maybe. Who else is old? Is this Carl from the Free Spirits? But Carl was a military man. But it looks just fucking like him, no? Oh, no, that's Carl. Carl was the teen. They actually told me that. I forgot. So then who else? Wait, the twins were Free Spirits. The twins are in that picture. No, because Gwendolyn and the boys didn't make it. That means we have... Miracle the Third would be like a baby in this picture. He's not alive. So not him. Oldest. November was the youngest. It's these fucking 6. I know nothing about these 6. Not him. Is this Eli? Timothy Chalamet stares at me. She's pregnant. Wait. Is this the brother? If that's... Could that be the second of Miracle's children? No. No, when I say there's 2 Elis, there's 2 Elis. There's 2 Eliases. You can't just... There's Elias C and Elias M, so it doesn't actually help me. But wait. They can't be in the same... There's no way... Again, are we going to do this thing where brothers name their fucking children... They both name their children Elias? What if they're trying to get the fortune? That actually can make sense. Elias Jr. It would piss me off, bro. Eli. How the fuck? How am I supposed to know? I need to look up the Free Spirits. Did we Google the Free Spirits? If we didn't, oh, thank God. What about periodicals? Butler Times. I need to learn about the Free Spirits somehow. Or I need to Google both Eliases. Elias M. Roottrees. What was the other one? Elias C? Fuck. What about just Eli? Fuck. What about... Damn. Damn, that was actually a gambit. Shit. Okay. Well, let's figure out. That's Angelica Morden. And remember, Gwen's husband took her name, but it's fucking William. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Wild Bill William. Wild William. Wild fucking William, bro. Zach Morden. I feel like I know so little about Zach Morden. What? Zachariah? Interesting. We got the Super Bowl ad that helped us solve this line. We got Carl's dad. This is the other Eli. This is one of the Elis. I just don't know which one. Fuck, I'm stuck. How many women do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many men outside of Miracle Jr.? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 men, 4 women. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, 4 women. Well, 5 if you can count November. So 4 in here. 4 women in here. Unless Miracle's second child was a girl. I feel like we don't know enough about Miracle Roottrees, bro. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Remember, he scammed. He wouldn't survive his first year. His birth was super late. Power of God on his side. He persevered. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived. And we got the blurb. But who's his other kid? Let's check Miracle Roottrees in periodicals. For Business Watch, maybe? Because he had scams. Butler County Times. Yes! Miracle Roottrees and his son, who goes exclusively by Miracle Jr., have appeared in the Butler County Times a great deal over the years. The Miracle Network, which is a collection of churches, television shows, and products that can be purchased, has multiple advertisements in each issue. You do find one article mentioning legal troubles. Unfortunately, it's a throwaway line, an article about a tour they plan to take across the southern United States called The 3 Generations of Miracles. The author speculates they're going to be on tour to leave their legal troubles behind. Because of all the advertisements, the result in the Butler County Times are not particularly relevant to your search. Any attempts to find out more is thwarted. 3 generations. Yeah, let's go back to this. 3 generations of miracles. Didn't we already do this? We did do this. Fuck. That didn't help at all. It just gave us the blurb. Summer 96. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third and his wife Nicole. We got that, right? Oh. Did we not say Nicole? Oh, because there's 2 Nicoles. Madsen or Smith? Nicole Madsen. Was there Madsens in here? No, that's Morden. Madsen or Smith? 23 years later, became famous at 18. Who's the other son? Children now welcome. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third, and his wife Nicole. When is the power of the Lord in the summer? 3 Generations of Miracles tour. Fuck. I need to figure out his wife's name. I need to figure out his other child's name. And I need to know which Nicole it is. What if we search for Nicole in the... Nicole Madsen. Nicole Smith. I think we did this before. Yeah. Okay. We also haven't seen a picture of any of the Roottrees with a black woman. And that's how we would find this one. Black Roottree wife. If I was Googling in real life, I would Google that. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay. What was his name? Edward Roottree. Edward Roottree. What about just Ed? What about classic Ed? No. I need to know more about Gwen and her children. She split up with her husband. Let's go back to Gwen and let's go back to Han Solo or whatever his name is. Guys Like Us. But her father took her mother's famous name. Yeah. So she's only a Roottrie because of that. Guys Like Us. This is where we found Wild Bill. Right? Oh, no. Harrison Lane. I just feel like... it's Harrison Lane, no? Harrison Lane gave us nothing. Guys Like Us in some other films. He was a villain in Western Frontiers. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, they brought him back to play the villain's twin brother, this time as a hero joining the protagonist. Western Frontiers has no connection to the Roottrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. What a crazy thing to say. He married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere. I'm gonna Google it anyway. Did not help me. Let's go back to Guys Like Us. Wild Bill Williams. Wild Bill Williams. He was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave. I see. No additional information about that film. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party and that she was already aware of his reputation. He grew up in Paris, France, and he returned there often. She obviously had kids with this man. This is Wild Bill the Frenchman. There's got to be a fucking French name on here. Deborah Bean, Bethany, Mark Landon, Ernest Jr., James. Oh, these are all used. Elias, Jack, Robert Ronald, Wolf, Jason, Steven, and Zach. You little French fucker. There's no Williams. Wait, 4 Wilsons. 4 Wilsons? So it's either down a line or straight across. Like this could be... No, that's Morden. 4 Wilsons. Wilson. I guess it could be this. Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France, and often returned there. Wild Bill Williams. Did we do Favors the Grave? Fortune Favors the Grave. Yeah. I know that she had her children with Wild Bill Williams. But Bill is short for William. And that's fucking me up. Wild Bill. Bill. Will. Are there any Wills? We looked 100 times, huh? Yeah. What's French for William? Willie. Ah, Willie. I do not know. Isn't Bill just in relation to his last name, Williams? I mean, maybe. Who knows? Guillaume. I mean, we just need male stars. We're not going to get it. Yeah, Williams isn't showing up either. Which is crazy because it would be his maiden name. Unless he took a Roottrees name, which would be insane. So I truly don't understand. Some non-notable movies. But the thing is, he was notable because he was married to 4 different Hollywood people. I'm gonna Google Marilyn Monroe. I don't understand how this guy can be married 4 different times and it won't even tell me his name. There's no Wikipedia in 1998, that's why. Tough. He grew up in Paris, France, and often returned there. These 2 boys are in France. They would also be Roottrees. How many more boy Roottree names do we have? At a certain point, we have the Eliases, one of which is spoken for. Jack, Robert, Ronald, Wolf. Do we have any juniors left? That could help me solve something. Ernest Jr., Madsen. Ernest? Do we not have an Ernest? An Ernest and an Ernest Jr. Madsen. Madsen was the name of a Nicole, which means this is not Nicole Madsen. This is Nicole Smith. Bang! Bang! Got it. Now I have to find the fucking Madsens. And it can't be in this line because there's... Unless he's... No, he'd be Ernest Roottree. So where would the Madsens come in? This is a Roottrie line. This is a Roottrie line. It only come from this. The Madsens have to be over here. And it can't be Morden because Morden trickles down. So one of these kids has to be a girl who married a Madsden and dropped us off one more Madsden. No? Wait, Madsden, what was the name for Madsden? No, we have 4 Madsens. Yeah, it's here. It's Ernest, Ernest Jr., Gwyneth, but then where would Nicole come from? Because it would do her maiden name. Oh, she's a Morden. This is the Madsden. This is Ernest. It's the only place they can come in from. No, because then both of these would be Madsdens, but one could be a girl. And that would actually track, right? So if this is... This one could be Ernest as well. No, because these are girl names. This has to be Ernest. Am I understanding? Let me just make this. Which means this is Ernest Jr., theoretically. Don't clueless me. Don't clueless me. Which means that there would have to be 2 more Madsens. Gwyneth and Nicole, which tracks. Dog, I think that's right. Let's look up Ernest Madsen and see if we can find anything. Okay. That's fine. Because how else would the name trickle down? Can't be on the Morden line. Adopted. Can't be on the Morden line. Wait, Gwendolyn. If this was a Madsden, there could be 3. It could be Ernest. I could be here. Oh, fuck. If this is technically Ernest, this could be Ernest Jr., Nicole, and this. Fuck me. I thought we had a Sudoku. There's technically 2 spots it could be. If he was here, though, he would be a free spirit. The names of the free spirits, you fool. Bonnie. Guy Hudson is the next president. Ernie Jr. is a free spirit. That would make him here. I was right. Ernest. I was right. Guess what? I was right. I couldn't verify that I was right, which means I was technically wrong. But if Ernie Jr. is a free spirit, he has to fit there. Because this is a guy, this couldn't be Ernest. Ernest Jr. would be down here. And you wouldn't put this guy with the free spirits, would you? No, because he would be with the next generation. Unless he was like a tiny, tiny little baby. But he wasn't a tiny little baby because the youngest was Nicole. Sleuthed. Okay. Bonnie. Next president, Guy Hudson. Ernie Jr. Caroline. Gwyneth M. Miracle Jr. Jim Roottrie. Clark, Carl, and Eli M. My brain. My brain. Bonnie, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth, and Caroline. Bonnie, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth, and Caroline. So we have 4 here. Is she wearing a French hat? But that wouldn't make sense unless she was married to one of the twins. No, one. Next president, Guy Hudson. So he's probably dressed like nice. Gwyneth M. Morden. Gwyneth M. Or Madsen. Morden. Gwyneth. It could be Morden or Madsen. Gwyneth could easily be on either of these lines. Oh, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn M. What the fuck? Gwendolyn M. That means this has gotta be Gwyneth M. It's the only other Gwyneth. Gwyneth Madsen. And then we got the Madsens right. I'm Madsen pilled, bro. Okay, can we identify them though? Okay, Bonnie. So the only other girl's Bonnie. But we don't know where they go. Theoretically, Miracle Jr. was included in that one. My gut says it's one of these two, but we can't get there yet. No. Okay, Madsen Jr. All right, let's go to the men. Next president, Guy Hudson. Hudson? So that would mean that could be like this, and then it goes down. Or this, but she's not a Hudson. But do we know if Guy Hudson had kids? Next president, so he's probably a politician. Let's look at Guy Hudson. Why did we not do this before, you fools? We missed the easiest clue in the book, bro. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in '79. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as president of Roottrees. In an attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavors to 5 pieces, anyone could live like the wealthy. The philosophy led to a flavor in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less that year than it had any other year except in some foreign markets. It was very quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavor and would go back to normal. So Guy Hudson was a president of Roottrees. Whoa. Does this only give me fancy flavors? Yeah. Can we look up Guy Hudson here? Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottrees snacks. They both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now Guy is taking over the Roottrees company at the end of the year. Who would have known that one of those 2 adorable redheads, Guy's mother and father, Angie and Christopher. Angie and Christopher? He would be in this... If he was over here, redheads? Well, if he's married in, it wouldn't be there. Angie and Christopher. Do we even have? Sorry, is there? Angie, Christopher Hudson. Christopher Hudson. Okay, so maybe Christopher is the Hudson here, and then Guy goes down here. No, then Guy's too young. So Christopher, Angie, no. Oh, maybe he doesn't have any kids? No, because he's got to be. Oh, fuck me. Angie or Christopher? Angelica. Angelica? Sorry, wait, where did he say that? His mother and father, Angie and Christopher. Is Christopher? This is Ernest, though. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. I thought I Sudoku'd. But that means this is not Gwyneth Madsen. Angelica. Angelica doesn't have... Is that red hair? Would you consider that red hair? Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher, with providing his fiery dew. Let me find a picture of someone with red hair. Do you think that's his mother or father, or do you think that's him and his wife? That's gotta be... Could I have the picture wrong for her? No, I can't. That's Angelica. Is this Guy? Arguing over... Oh, okay. Andrew with Andrew. Arguing over everything but chocolate would grow up to take over the whole company. Yeah. Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads... Okay, that's him and his sister. That's Guy and his sister. And they're both red-haired. Okay, great. Two adorable redheads. Guy and his sister. Perfect. I understand now. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, has decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, now that our daughters have started families of their own... Two daughters. Whoops. Yeah. Gwendolyn and Caroline. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, we're good. Fuck. I plan to reflect on a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas, and he's eager to share them with the world. We like to think the boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed. That's funny because of the marketing. Okay. Okay, man. Angie and Christopher. If we think this is Christopher Hudson... How many Hudsons are there? Bonnie, Guy. So if this is Bonnie, this could be Guy. This could be a real solve. If that's Christopher, this is Bonnie, and this is Guy. And that means Bonnie is the redhead. Is that her? And that means this is Guy. And he was also president after Zachariah. He was the third president. This started so well, now it's getting... excuse me? Excuse me? Because I'm fucking solving. Booyah me? No way, we're only fucking halfway. It's gonna waterfall, though. That's the thing about it. This shit gonna waterfall. Okay, great. Guy. Let's go back. Okay, wait. Great. Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister. So Bonnie is his twin. No stranger to the public comes to They both appear in the company's ear. Yeah, Guy's taking over the Roottrees company. Great. Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads? Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher, with providing his fire dew. Great. Arguing over everything but chocolate would grow up to take over the whole company. Okay, so they don't get along. Guy's uncle, Zachariah, has decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I plan to reflect on a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. Okay, Clara. Clara Lansing, by the way. Okay, that's Bonnie Hudson. So these kids are going to get a new name. These kids are all going to get new names. Okay, so the new names we can actually figure out. This pile is fucking absurd. Like these kids would be Roottrees. These kids would be Roottrees. These kids would be Roottrees. And this kid is also a Roottree. So the only non-Roottrees left, we don't know those. All 5 of these would be non-Roottrees. But if there's 3 siblings, like, is there any 3 names that have the same last name? That would be Pog. Like the 3 Kellogg's. David the 3rd, David the 4th. What the heck? There's the 3 Kellogg's. There's the 3 Madsons. Dude, if Morden marries Madsen, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Ernest Jr. Yeah, we said this could be Madsons. Wait. Madsen. 4 Madsons fits. Couldn't be Madsen here because there's too many. Dog, I found the Madsons. Well, that was easy. It has to be. That's got to be Ernest. The importance of being fucking earnest. I don't know their order though. But this has to be the 3 Madsons. Because that's the only way we can have 3 children with that name. These kids have to be Roottrees. These kids have to be Roottrees. Who are the non-Roottrees left? It's got to be over here. So there should be a duo of non-Roottrees that sit over here. I mean, it could be like... No, because Bethany. Like David the Third, David the Fourth, and Bethany. Kellogg. We got the Madsons. Got the Mordens. Quaritch, Roottree. Oh, Wilsons. Could it be the Wilsons? If this is Jason, no, there's too many. Wait, there's too many Wilsons. There's too many fucking Wilsons, bro, unless they go down this line. Could that have happened over here? Ernest, Madsen, and the 3 Madsons. If this is Ernest Madsen, yeah, but you couldn't fit here. No, because then both of these are Madsons. Oh fuck. Or this is not a solve. I lied. Technically, this could be Ernest. This could be Ernest Jr. and the other one, and this could be another kid. If one of these is a girl. Okay. I keep trying to find Sudoku solves, and it's goofy, y'all. It won't tell me Guy Hudson's wife, huh? Guy Hudson. Did we try Googling him raw? Oh, that's what said that he just kind of sucks. Fancy flavors. You'd think his kid would be named C. You know what I mean? If they're using the flavors model. Oh, he doesn't even have a kid. Because they named it after the children. Got it. No worries. All right, let's go back to these guys. We now have Guy and Bonnie. Eli. Wait, who's Eli? Give me the text, buddy. Eli. Eli M. Eli M. That means that's Eli C. All right. Now we have an Eli M who is on this generation. Problem is I don't know Eli C's job. That's okay. Eli M is blonde. Blondes? I mean, he wouldn't be born over here. And if that was that Miracle Jr. in the photo? I mean, they look like twins. I think this is Eli is Miracle's brother. What was the other Elias? Why do I think it's his brother and not anyone down there? I can't remember another Elias. It's just him. But if he's blonde, I mean, could he not be like James Rootree's son? Yeah, we're fine. Let's not worry about him yet. We don't know the picture. Gwyneth M. Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Jim, Clark, and Carl. Carl? James is probably Jim. Who's Clark? Oh, Clark Rafferty. These 3. Next president, who's Ernie Jr.? Ernest's son. Who's Ernest? Oh, there's got to be an Ernest Jr. on this line. Wait, that solves it. That means this has to be Ernest. Dog, I put Ernest in so many different places. Well, no, that can't be. This has to be Ernest. And one of these has to be Ernest Jr. But the problem is, I don't know which one. Okay, Ernest Jr. There's got to be some that look like siblings. These 2. Is this Ernest and is this Ernest Jr. and is this his sibling? What girls do we have? Caroline, Gwyneth, Gwendolyn. Bonnie, Gwyneth, Gwendolyn, Caroline. Bonnie, Caroline, Gwendolyn, Bonnie, Gwyneth. So his sister's got to be Gwyneth. Or Gwyneth could be a girl from this side. Gwyneth. Gwyneth M. M. If it's a Gwyneth M on this line, he can't be here because, wait, did we know he had 2 kids, but what if one's a girl? And this one could be Gwyneth M. Gwyneth M. I mean, Ernest Madsen. This could be Gwyneth Madsen. Ernest Jr. Ernest Jr. Madsen, right? Ernest Madsen Jr. and Gwyneth M. But who's older? So this is Gwyneth and Ernest Jr. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Business Watch. Ernest Jr. Madsen. Ah, okay. What was Gwyneth? Gwyneth Madsen. Am I spelling things right? Shit. No, 1 N. Gwyneth. Fuck me. Gwyneth? Hello? Madsen. Ernest Jr. Madsen. All right, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Miracle Jr. Jim Roottrees. This guy's got like disco. Maybe is he one of the artists? Dude, my brain is melting. God, we have so much filled out. I have no more books. I need a fucking library book. The library book changed my life. And we still don't know. Oh, Ernie. Ernie and their child was named what? Nicole? Debbie, Deborah. Debbie, Deborah, Ernie. Ernie and Deborah and their child. Ernie and Deborah. Ernie. What's her name? Deborah? Her name would be Deborah Madsen. Deborah Madsen? Debbie? Was it Nicole? Shit. No, Ernie Madsen? Ernie Madsen cancer. I mean, periodicals. Butler County Times. Wouldn't Ernie Madsen have cancer and die? Or not, maybe not cancer. What if I just do Shiva? Does it say who's sitting Shiva? Obituary. Give me obituaries again. Obituaries. Fuck, man. I know that there's an Ernie Jr. Madsen. Is there, wait, what's Debbie? Oh, there's only one Deborah? Wait, is there really only one Deborah? Dude, that's so funny. Okay, so one of these 2 spouses is Deborah. Well, one of these is the wife and one of these is Deborah. So one of these is, this is Ernie Jr. Or this is Ernie Jr. I just don't know who's older. We caught it too late to get on the donor list. Ernie and I knew that had to have been Carl to convince the trust. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong for Nicole's sake. We'd never have done that without the 2 of you fighting for us. Oh, fuck, bro. Nicole and Deborah. One of these 2 is Deborah, bro. And I don't know how to figure out which. I mean, blonde hair doesn't help because they're both married in. It's married in and kids. Ernie and Carl are friends. Him having a name tag is so fucking funny. Having a French hat is also so funny. It really makes me think. I might have to table this. This might be a finish it tomorrow kind of situation. My brain is truly melting on me. I have no idea who Timothy Chalamet is, man. Wait, because Ernie knew more than most. Ernie Jr. is stepping down as president of Roottrees. Yes. And Carl's taking over. Ernie was the president before Carl. It had been 13 years since Ernie was forced to step into the role of president unexpectedly. Back then, not much was known about the man other than his full name. In the years since, he's taken on a bit of a reputation as a real-life Wonka. He's known as a bit eccentric and reclusive, opting to simply be called Ernie Jr. and to forgo the typical luxuries of the average Roottries. But in our estimation, he has been a shrewd businessman with an eye for sweets. Ernie Jr. has led Roottrees to record profits by developing new products, including the ever-popular Maple Crisps, and by spearheading the formation of Root with his cousin in '82 after learning of Brenda Roottrees' power. So if this is Ernest, which one is Ernie Jr.? Which one is fucking Ernie Jr., dog? Tell me about his sister. Tell me about anything. Maybe tell me more about Root. Carl Roottrees was voted Root. That's it? Ernie. Due to heart illness, Ernie Jr. is stepping down and Carl's gonna do it. Yeah, of course. Heart illness. His second cousin Carl, president of sister company Root and former Watchman of the Year, will take over. It has been 13 years since Ernie was forced to step into the role of president unexpectedly. So someone else died before Ernie, Jr. that is.
Damn, it feels good.
Nick the Duck, thank you for the prime. Maple Crisps is a new product? Wait. Has it been right in front of my eyes this whole time? Introduced in 1992, a series of circular crunchy wafers coated in nuts and chocolate maple flavoring. The website of a fan says they came to be during the tenure of Ernie Jr., a former president. There's a commercial that aired a few years back. He invented Maple Crisps. We saw the Super Bowl commercial. What was the... Okay, let's do a Super Bowl commercial. What was the name of the company? Maple Crisps commercial. Here we go. Who invented it? The jingle need the rest. It was, this is fucking annoying. This guy invented it. Clark Rafferty. Clark Rafferty did the commercial. A few fan sites, they mentioned an album called these Clark Rafferty commercial. What? Super Bowl. Did he not make it? Rafferty. These times.
Damn, it feels good.
Schedule 1 gameplay reminded me to resub. Keep up the great work, Mr. Horse Seaman Stanz.
Thank you. You can't find anything else about Die Hard Dazzler, the band, or the single, so all it's left to do is scan the evidence after a blazing 35-minute download of tracks available. Die Hard Dazzler. This was CG and... Yeah. No. Yeah, Die Hard Dazzler. Super Bowl, one word? Wait, really?
Life is life, love shall be me for you and you for me. Someday we'll
Super Bowl. No, it's not one word, is it?
will be
Maple Crisps. What's it called? Maple Crisps?
was we. With passing years, all paths diverge, rivers rambling onward.
One word.
Surge. One source behind old memories, but find their ways to different seas.
How did I fucking... It was on this picture. That's where I found it. He had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Raffertoon's website. Raffertoon's. It's his advertising firm. Yeah, Clark Rafferty LaRue's. Clark Rafferty LaRue. Clark Rafferty LaRue? Who the fuck is Clark Rafferty. Why would he be a LaRue?
We'll tell ourselves these stories
All right, whatever.
dwell on warmth, ignore the
Clark was in a department store. Yeah, the photos of my evidence. Rafferty.
what could
What was his agency?
rose tinted by
Raffertunes
so act
agency. I want to learn more.
times ain't fleeting. Love still flows, our hearts heart beating. For now, ignore fate's destiny.
Dude, they're hiding Miracle's kid from me too. They're fucking hiding this child from me. I have to stop. I have to stop. My brain is melting. I'm sorry. My brain is melting. I want to get to the fucking bottom of this, bro, so bad. And Sam, the hidden child. We're so close. Wait, they didn't like... Wait, was she a housewife? When was the first non-housewife? She was the first non-housewife. She was an actor, so she didn't have to be. Okay. I'm ending. I have to end, otherwise I'll keep thinking. And the longer I keep thinking, the worse it is. But there is a hype train incoming, so I appreciate everyone who subscribed. It's very nice of you. Oh, follow the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channels. All 3 of them, man. Broncos won the Super Bowl. A Bronco is a horse. Horses are in movies. The actor did it. So true. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good times. Positive vibes. Sucks that the Roottrees are dead. Am I right? Goodbye.